Wanted. Someone to go back in time and cover games news with us. This is not a joke. You'll get paid an exposure after we get back. We have only done this 15 times before. Journalism not guaranteed. We're back. We're back, everyone.
For in the past, even.
Yeah, all right. We're going to the past first with my co-hosts, Nulltoxicity and Tabby Nichols. Say hello before we go to the past.
Hello.
Yes, all right, awesome. Here we go. Whee!
Sorry, wait, we're in the past. Howdy.
Yeah, yeehaw. We're in the past.
Is that what they said in 2010? Yeehaw.
Yeah,
Howdy?
2010.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. 2010, the year of the weehaw.
Listen, Red Dead Redemption 2 was not out yet. Nobody was saying.
Red Dead Redemption 1, I think, was 2010 though.
It was
I played that game.
It was 09 or 010.
010. Very nice. Yeah. Because of E3 and the hell that we are about to talk about, I figured we just talk about the past news first, get an E3 out of the way. Just get the gimmick out of the podcast out of the way so we can get to the E3 stuff that happened this week. And just let's start with Tabby. Tabby, what does Microsoft have for us at this wonderful E3?
I wasn't prepared. So good old Microsoft showed off jack shit this entire E3. It was 3 games people care about. 4, sorry. No. Halo Reach. Kids love Halo Reach.
Yes.
Gears of War 3.
Doesn't even begin to fucking describe it.
Fable 3. And Rise Son of Rome, which at the time was codenamed Kingdom.
No, can you turn your audio up or something? I don't know why, but you're quiet. You're quiet to me.
Can I fuck Discord?
I'm glad we have this kind of backseat gaming on the podcast. So, but more importantly, Xbox showed off a variety of Kinect games, because this is where Project Navitas?
Project Natal. It's Natal.
Natal.
I was blanking on it.
Stop calling it that.
Fuck the French.
And it showed off everybody's favorite. You had Kinectimals, Kinect Sports, Kinect Joyride, Kinect Adventure, and Milo.
Yes.
Does anyone
Milo.
else remember Project Milo?
Yeah, that was Peter Molyneux's totally real tech demo.
Yep.
Kinect was the biggest fraudulent thing ever. They were really being this is gonna change the face of how we do everything. We're gonna use.
What's crazy is that it worked for a while. It was pretty big for a couple of years, but it died so fast.
It was big, but it wasn't ever going to be used in the applications that they were showing it off as.
No, of course not.
I would like to note, because this has very this press conference energy. Devil's Third was also shown off from THQ.
I was just looking at that. That's really funny.
One of the best Halo games, though.
Yeah, no, you referenced that Egoraptor cartoon.
Yeah.
That Egoraptor, I literally knew a kid, bless you, I literally knew a kid in middle school that was like that with Halo Reach, and it was really funny. It was my favorite cartoon back then.
I literally knew a kid like that who punched his disc into a pulp and snorted it.
Exactly like that, though.
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
so
cool.
True.
So, honestly, I might even say that Halo Reach is the best Halo game.
That's just wrong. That's just flat out
No
wrong.
comment.
In terms of multiplayer.
No, that's even more wrong. Holy shit.
Or no, sorry, not multiplayer, in terms of story. Because Halo 3's multiplayer was really good.
That's less wrong.
But regardless.
Halo Reach has a very Kino moment in Finish the Fight. But
well, no, the whole story is an emotional roller coaster, and you're strapping yourself the fuck in. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but it's not Halo 3. No, it is. It's better, story-wise.
No. Wait, I thought Halo 3 was Finish the Fight.
Well, you don't actually finish the fight.
What do you mean you don't finish the fight?
They're
Reach the prequel, isn't it?
making Halo 5.
Yeah, but at the time you were finishing the fight.
We're on Halo 7.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
one.
think people, but those aren't made by the Bungie guys. So like, who cares?
Yeah, the whole point was you were fighting as one of the last Spartans on the fall of Reach at the end of the game. Spoilers for this 10-year-old video game.
Well, I mean, not only like you're fighting to get Master Chief. You're fighting to get Master Chief off the planet so that he can like live on. Like you are directly like responsible for like keeping
it's
him
like
alive.
Rogue One.
Yeah. Anyway, Sony did some shit. What do they do? Dead Nation, yo.
Is that like Dead Island?
No.
Oh, this is by Housemarque.
Yeah.
I think this is the twin stick shooters, right? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's like Housemarque's
This
thing.
game, I played the shit out of this game with my cousin. And twin stick shooters, they're badass. They need to come back. Anyway. And I'm not talking isometric gameplay action games with twin stick shooter elements. I want like full twin stick shooters to come back.
You want I made a game with zombies in it to come back.
Yeah.
MAED, isn't it? Isn't that how you spell it? And I made a game with zombies in it. I don't know why. That's like a really bad good name.
Yeah.
I made a game with zombies in it. That game slaps. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
Look, the main song is
Infamous
I
2?
made a game with zombies in it. And the piano.
Yeah, Infamous 2, Killzone, like a lot of sequels. Killzone 3, Little Big Planet 2. Sorcery.
Infamous 2. Oh, Sorcery is they were showing off the PlayStation Move this year.
Yeah.
And so that's a PlayStation Move
And The
game. I
Last
think
Guardian.
German played it once. Yeah, I'll get used to that.
Yeah. They like showed off more of The Last Guardian, but you know how that was. They were showing off a lot of The Last Guardian, and that didn't come out for a long time.
Yeah, we were still 6 years out
The Last
from
The Last
release
Guardian
of
was,
that game.
The Last Guardian was truly the cyberpunk of 2016. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, TV superstars. Yo, yeah. No, PlayStation, Sony was just not really all that. It doesn't seem like.
This was like the wind, like at this point, 7th gen was starting to wind down. We were still getting games. And getting some pretty good ones, but it was mostly just sequels of games that were already established, or were games that looked and or played like shit.
It's very peak 7th gen.
Yeah.
Killzone's pretty cool. I need to go and play like all of the Killzone games. I watched like a 3-hour retrospective on that series.
Oh, Tabby, they showed off Vanquish at this E3. Sega did.
That's
that
a good
is.
game.
Would come out later this year. That's a game. I think I played the demo of that on my PS3.
But Tech, what did Nintendo show?
Okay, look at Quantum Theory and tell me if this is a real game or not, because this does not feel like a real game.
Oh my god, who the fuck is this dude?
Cody.
Wow.
It looks like
I'm looking
like
this
Gears
up.
of War.
This looks like a game that Thor High Heels would talk about.
So I found this weird game on the PlayStation 3.
It's a third.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I Google Quantum Theory and it's like, what the fuck is all this stuff?
It's fucking Makoto Shibata. Holy shit.
Who is that?
Fatal Frame.
Hang on. Oh,
Or like
okay.
newer Fatal
Oh,
Frame.
Oh, he directed Neo too.
Yeah.
Or he did the story.
Oh no, original Fatal
rather.
Frame. I'm just stupid.
Reception. Quantum Theory received mostly negative reviews, getting a Metacritic aggregate score of 37.
Okay, but no, check this out. He directed Trapped on the PS2.
Not to be confused with Trapped, the band, who made Headstrong, I'll Take You On.
Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, I'll take you
Oh
on.
yeah, Headstrong to Take On Anyone.
I know that you are wrong, but this is not where you belong.
He did the optical effects for Pokemon Forever,
Yeah, I saw
the
that.
movie.
Yes.
What the fuck? This
guy
he
gets around.
debunked Chameleon Twist too.
Yeah.
Dope.
Did do
All
a
right,
good job.
all right,
All right, what's Nintendo?
fuck this guy.
It's
Give me
tail
Ninty.
time.
Yeah. Nintendo, this we talked about. Did we talk about 09 last episode? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a lot of similar things to last year.
To 09.
Yeah, it's the sequel to 09. So we saw Other M again. It was at this point it was delayed, so it was still a few months out. Young Tech still didn't realize what was in for him at that point, and still thought the game would be good. They showed Kirby's Epic Yarn, which I believe they touted it as the first. It was the first console Kirby game since 64. Which is kind of like is kind of a misnomer in hindsight, because it doesn't really play much like a Kirby game, because it's because was it the yarn effects thing, just add like a lot of gimmicks to it. There isn't any copy powers or anything. It's a cool game though.
Like Kirby's Epic Yarn, Kirby's Epic Yarn is badass. Like, it's cool.
It's a very cute game.
No, it's badass.
I like it. I like good feel.
Yeah.
They brought my boy home, my boy Yoshi home to Good Game Land.
Did you play Golden Sun Dark Dawn?
No, my brother did though. He was a big Golden Sun fan. Apparently, Tabby, you can't just keep saying this.
I can't.
They're real.
I can,
and
I will.
they're around you.
Look,
this game is
never
apparently
met
bad.
One, therefore, how can they be real?
The game is apparently bad. That's all I gotta say. And it ends on a cliffhanger, and it killed the series. What else we got? Skyward Sword got shown off, and this was the E3 where was it the E3 where they had like technical difficulties? It might have been.
We did not have technical difficulties.
Well, it was really bad with Skyward Sword. This might actually be E3 2011, but like they were showing off like the Wii Motion Plus controls for Skyward Sword, and like interference with like the technology or like people's phones in the in like the audience were making like the sword like not play as good as it should have. So it made the game look even worse than people would eventually agree on.
Please buy Skyward Sword HD remaster.
Please buy Skyward Sword HD. I mean, I have never played Skyward Sword, so I'm not gonna say that it's bad.
Tech, your favorite Metroid game got shown off here?
I talked about Other M. That was the first thing I said.
Oh, I already forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nintendogs plus cats. Do you ever play any Nintendogs?
I'll get to that. We still we got to get to Donkey Kong Country Returns, because that was a pretty big deal.
Was it?
That came out later this year. It was the Donkey Kong. It was a new Donkey Kong Country game. It was made by Retro Studios, the developers of Metroid Prime games, and it's a great game. Everyone should play it. Just make sure when you find like some mod on Dolphin or whatever that makes it so you don't have to waggle the Wii remote to roll Donkey Kong, because that shit sucks. Okay. Like the big thing that Nintendo was showing off at the E3 was this is the introduction of the 3DS, or the formal introduction. I think like earlier in the year they were just like, we are working on a new system called the 3DS. No comments now. Like, oh, okay. And then they officially showed it off, and they showed it off with a pretty stacked lineup of mostly N64 ports, but still, it was it's still cool because it's on a portable console. So we got Ocarina of Time 3D, which looked great. Animal Crossing New Leaf was shown off here. It was just Animal Crossing at that time. Nintendogs and Cats. Paper Mario Sticker Star. However, at this point, it just looked like Thousand Year Door 2, so it was exciting. This was very cool that they were making a Paper Mario on the 3DS that looked like Thousand Year Door again. Until Miyamoto ruined it. Star Fox 64 3D, which looked great. Some Professor Layton games, one on the DS, one on 3DS. Never played a Professor Layton game, but I know people like them. Kid Icarus Uprising, that was really cool. I remember the trailer for this. It started with Pit being like, "Sorry to keep you waiting," and it showed the gameplay and all that stuff. Masahiro Sakurai, the Smash Bros. Guy, directed this game. Very good. It would take a couple of years to come out though. I think it came out in 2012? No shit. Never mind. It wasn't too far away then. Only 2 years. And finally, best the last but not least, oh shit, I forgot about Pilot Wings. Showed Pilot Wings too. That was a launch title. But really, last but not least, Tabby's favorite game, Steel Diver, was shown off.
Everyone's favorite game, Red Steel Diver 2.
Exactly. And I think there were some other scattered Wii games, like some Sonic stuff,
Fling Smash?
the Golden, Fling Smash, Scott the Woz classic. The GoldenEye remake, I guess, was shown off here, although I think it was revealed the year before.
Yeah. Did you ever play a Nintendog?
Yeah, I played the first one.
I played the first one. Man, that game was sick. Right, Tabby?
Nintendogs? Fuck yeah. Those games are sick.
You walk your dogs and like they'd fucking pick up items and you'd be like, yeah, items. It was what I wanted.
It's been a really long time since they've made one. I think this 3DS game was the last one.
I think the
so what I'm hearing
virtual
is
pet
Nintendogs
market
for the Switch?
I wouldn't be against it.
Here's the thing, right? Like, Death Stranding kind of already took up the virtual pet market.
Shut up. God damn it. Oh, fuck. They showed off a new Mario Kart, too. The 3DS had, like, a red carpet of, like, Nintendo games. Which is really funny in hindsight, because when it came out, none of those games were ready.
Mario Kart. I know. Was it Mario Kart? No, it was the DS Mario Kart, not the 3DS Mario Kart that's based.
They're both good. I like Mario Kart 7.
The DS one let all of us kids on the bus on field trips who didn't own it still play it.
Yes, that was good.
That was fixed.
Ubisoft showed off fucking Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, the movie, the game.
The comic, the movie,
Ubisoft?
the
game.
Ubisoft had some good stuff.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, a good video game that died.
Rayman Oranges.
Tabby, I don't believe you. I don't believe this game is good.
Ghost Recon Future Soldier is a great third-person shooter. It died because it was very easy to hack.
Okay, but what about Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter? That game was fucking badass. Yeah, Gra.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then Gra 2.
Yeah, Gra 2. Gra 2 was sick.
Yeah, for sure.
They ported Chaos Theory to the 3DS.
Of course they did.
Badass.
That's bad.
I want to talk about EA for a bit, because EA...
Wait, before you leave Ubisoft, neither of you talked about Driver San Francisco.
Yeah,
Wasn't that game
so
surprisingly
EA,
good?
I was gonna wait for the Driv 3er to talk about those games at all.
But it's right there, and Driver Gate isn't for another 2 weeks.
We'll hold it for Driv 3er. Don't worry about it.
Oh, fucking fine.
But what we will talk about is Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm is fucking sick. If you haven't played that game, this game is legitimately great.
When I had my modded PS3 that allowed me to play games legally but for free because I had backups of them, Bulletstorm,
Based.
I played the shit out of that game.
You know who designed that game?
Me.
Cliffy B.
People Can Fly, right?
Yeah.
Well, specifically Cliffy B, everyone's favorite Lawbreakers creator.
Yeah.
You could say I'm a lawbreaker.
He's cool. Jeez. Where do you put Cliffy B on the like designer like tier list?
What has he made besides like Gears of War? Was that like the first his breakout game? Okay, but like, what did he make besides Gears of War?
Jazz Jackrabbit.
Okay, so he made
that was him
and Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, fine. Yeah, I'll put him in. I'll put him in like a Peter Molyneux tier.
Also,
he was a co-designer of Superhot, apparently.
He co-designed an arena stage. He was not.
He was in Video Game High School.
Oh shit! Okay, well then I think that puts him alongside a Gunpei Yokoi.
His older brother is Greg Blazinski.
I don't know what that means.
Greggy B just doesn't really work.
No, I like
well.
Greggy B better than Cliffy B. I'm gonna be real.
No. Sorry.
No, wrong.
Yeah. What else was
he's a solid
B
tier.
else?
EA also had Dead Space 2, the best Dead Space game.
It's a very good Dead Space game. You know,
Is it really the best one? That's
it's really
crazy
good.
to me to think about.
It is the good Dead Space is the last Dead Space game that Visceral Games made before they made Dead Space 3, which isekai'd them.
It's funny you talked about that last week.
Yeah, I did.
I'll say, I don't know if I mentioned this, like the Dead Space mobile game, which is just like a port of Dead Space 1 onto like iPad and it was iPhone, is really good. Like it.
Yeah. What about the Wii game Dead Space Extraction?
All right, so they also showed Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam.
I love just T-boning Tabby with whatever the fuck she's talking about. So she just has no option but to move on.
Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. Good. That's a good game. Also,
yes. Some might say the last good Battlefield game.
Not until Battlefield 3. I really like that game.
It's not called Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, right? It's just Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yeah,
no.
2.
Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam was a separate disc expansion for it.
Oh, that adds up. Okay.
But Crysis 2. You thought Crysis 1 was so powerful. Check out Crysis 2. It's easier to run.
It's easier to run and not necessarily a benchmark.
But it's still good and fun. It was my first Crysis game.
Yeah.
Because my computer.
Okay, so Vietnam was
1.
DLC. That's coming. We don't need Vietnam as DLC.
How self-centered do you have to be to not have but one franchise, but two franchises like named after your company? Because this is Crytek, right?
Oh yeah. Wait, what's the other one? Devil May Cry.
Far Cry. They made Far Cry, right? Originally.
Mm-hmm.
They might have.
And then Ubisoft
they did, yeah.
beamed them. Yeah, so that's two franchises.
Well,
where do you guys get off?
This is what happened. They made Far Cry. Ubisoft absorbed that, so then they made Crysis.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Like a Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And then they made video game Warface.
These are the guys. Are these the guys that Free Radical got sucked into?
Crytek is just made up of old Free Radical devs, or at least they were.
You know why? It's because like they had like pent up energy from Free Radical, because you can't name shit after Free Radical.
Yeah, they really wanted to name games after their companies.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
they
that's
also
about
made
it for
Robinson the Journey hit game that is not backwards compatible on the PS5.
Yeah. I just want to talk about this real quick, because Warner Brothers was showing off Fear 3.
Fifth Rear?
Yeah, which is when all of your favorite horror games are going co-op. This was fun. Horror games are fun when you put co-op in them. They just cease to be horror games.
That is true.
I did hear that Fear 3 is like kind of fun to play, but also like pissed most people off.
I mean,
this was not a good gen for like
it was a departure
third entries.
It was a departure from like what like Fear was, and that like made people upset, but also it was fun, much like Resident Evil 5.
This was also the year of the soft reboot of the Mortal Kombat series.
Yep, MK9. Very
that's
good
a good game. I've actually played that one. It's a fighting game I've actually played.
MK9 is allegedly good if you're a Mortal Kombat fan.
I'm not even a Mortal Kombat fan, and I like it.
Yeah, it's allegedly.
Although I do like Deadly Alliance. That game's really funny.
What about Shaolin Monks? Would you like it if we remastered that?
I never played it.
Deadly Alliance is just a good subtitle for a name. What can I say? We should be like dumpstering companies that make subtitles like Origins. Does
anyone want to talk about anything else from this year?
Yeah, forget it. I don't know what I was saying.
When did Final Fantasy 14 come out?
I
believe they were showing it off that year.
Yeah, but they were showing it off last year as well. It released in 2020.
Yeah, but like this is the year where it would be like coming this year.
They showed off like, wow, Marvel 3.
This is bad. It's Marvel, baby. It wasn't Marvel 3.
Yeah,
it's Marvel. No, it
what
came
do you
out
guys
the next
know
year.
about Kane and Lynch? Is that game real?
Allegedly, Kane and Lynch is good.
No, Kane and Lynch Dead Men is the game that created Giant Bomb.
Really?
You two know about that?
No, tell me about it.
That, right?
I don't.
Jeff Gerstmann and Ryan Davis, God rest his soul, they used to work at GameSpot and like review games, and they were tasked, or I think it was Jeff. I think Jeff was tasked to review Kane Lynch Dead Men, and he was like, give it an 8. And he was like, this game isn't good. I'm not going to do that. And it's like, okay, we're going to fire you. It's like, okay, fire me. So they fired Jeff Gerstmann, and Ryan Davis walked out with him, and they made Giant Bomb. So Kane Lynch Dead Men is responsible for Giant Bomb.
That's pretty dope.
Very funny. It's always funny when you can target like one game to the creation of some like new giant.
Like it's always great
it's always
when
funny
like
when
it's like that domino meme.
It's always funny when shitty ass magazine people are just like, you have to rate this because we're getting paid by these people. Anyway.
Yeah. Kind of like Drivergate.
Epic Mickey would have come out this year, and they were showing off trailers for it and whatnot.
And I would have bought it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
Or I got it as a Christmas gift, actually.
Yeah. What else? Anything else? Dead Rising 2? When did that
Red Faction Armageddon was supposedly not great.
It's not.
Yeah, that game sucked.
That game sucks.
Shut up.
Gorilla's good though, right? I should play that.
Fallout New Vegas would have come out that year. They were showing that off.
Yeah.
Bethesda, dude, just imagine Todd Howard. He's up on stage.
Oh my God.
Showing off Fallout New Vegas.
They showed off Rage this year.
Yeah, that game sucks.
Rage Shadow Legend?
And it released on iOS first?
That's weird.
What? That doesn't make any sense. That must be. Oh, okay. It's a mobile game. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, everyone. That freaked me the fuck out.
Wait, they released a mobile game?
I can talk about my favorite racist game of all time. Homefront was shown off here.
We don't need to talk about Homefront anymore.
I thought it smelled like Korean barbecue.
Stop. It's the remaster that has
You gotta get your sensitivity training, Tabby.
Yeah, it's the remaster that had the Time Splitters remake in it, right?
The sequel.
Oh, they were
the sequel.
They were talking about Spec Ops: The Line here too. A lot of problematic.
But that had just come out.
2012.
Oh, never mind. It was 2012. Oh, it was a few years out. Okay. They I completely forgot about this, but at the PS3 show, this was the show that they where they collaborated with Valve, and Gabe Newell walked out on stage and showed off Portal 2.
Oh shit!
So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. They also
Portal 2, notoriously good game. I think we've all played Portal 2, right?
I replayed it earlier this year. It's very good.
You never played Portal 2, no?
All I know about Portal 2 is it's the game with the cum.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The conversion.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was like, right, okay. And anyone who hasn't played Portal 2 is like, what the fuck are they talking about?
If you haven't
play Portal 2 and you'll know.
It's like $2 on a Steam sale.
I got it for $15.
I
paid like 2012.
I paid $20 for it because it wasn't on sale, and I was
here's the thing. I know that like Portal 2 has better levels than Portal 1. I know it has more interesting puzzles, but I just am really married to the idea of Portal as like Portal 1, like only using the portals as like
it's
thing. Like all the extra stuff is like it daunts me.
I can see someone appreciating the simplicity and uniqueness of the first Portal game. It being a sequel makes it inherently derivative. That said, I think I do like Portal 2 more.
Yeah, no, I think that Portal 2... And
I like the writing. I think it's funny.
Well, I also think most people agree that Portal 2 has like better like level design and puzzle design and all those things than Portal 1. So...
The thing is, between like Portal 1, there's like... the Portal 2 like philosophy to solving puzzles is like there is a way to solve it. It is complex, but it's good. The Portal 1 method was you are in this room, find out how to solve this puzzle. There are multiple ways to do it.
Which is good. Power to the player, right?
Yeah. I think both are good. And yeah, power to the players. There is GameStop news this week, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We just want you to know, viewer, that we know.
We do? I don't know what the GameStop news is.
Yeah,
I know.
that's pretty much. I feel like that's all for this E3 though.
Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
More like
People like that game.
sex.
Yeah, dude, sex.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month.
Whatever. Sorry, we didn't. If we didn't mention your favorite game that was unveiled at the C3, sorry.
Sorry that we didn't mention The Agency, a spy-themed, massively multiplayer online shooter game developed by Sony Online Entertainment Studios in Seattle.
All right.
I'm sorry we didn't mention Batman Jankum City.
You know what I will talk about is our two things of news before the big news of the week.
I thought we agreed to not talk about news.
No, I said I'm talking about these two things because they're one's interesting, one's very funny. So Cyberpunk is returning to the PlayStation Store June 21st. With
2 days after
Juneteenth
done.
And more importantly, this was done during E3 at like 4 a.m. to try to hide all the news from E3.
They sneaked it through.
Fallout 76
That's
is ditching its Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
It's probably
funny that they didn't talk about it.
It's for the best, but it's there. I believe there was items that you could buy with real world money that specifically were for the Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, that is purely on the consumer for buying into games as a service, unfortunately. And I hope this be an expensive lesson for them. No, that's mean. But still, you got to pay the idiot tax for buying into games as a service. I'm sorry.
That is true. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get on to the fun part.
The New World Deep Dive. So, yes, we are like purely in 2021 now. It is E3. It is days like
gone.
Days like 2 through 5 of EA, or I mean of E3. It starts out with
the 11th through the 15th.
Yeah, it starts out with the New World Deep Dive. Was anyone interested in anything at the New World Deep Dive?
Fuck New World.
No. Tabby, Amazon Game Studio relies on this game being good.
I know. That's why I want it to fail.
Okay. What? Since this is the only thing in this thing, what is New World again? Which one is this?
New World is the survival sandbox MMO created by Amazon Game Studios. Santa Monica, I think.
Is it free to play?
Amazon Games Orange County.
Orange County.
That's what it says.
COC.
Yeah.
Is it free to play?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm not
you might no, I think you can buy into the beta. I think that's how it is.
They should give it to me for free with Amazon Prime. Anyway.
Honestly?
It'll be available on
Amazon Prime
Luna.
Game Pass?
It'll be available on Luna.
Yeah.
I'll take my check, Amazon.
Okay. And then Tribeca Game Spotlight. Did anyone pay attention to anything here?
Sorry to say no. Like, what was it, Friday and Saturday? I just was not. I saw who was presenting at E3 and was like, I'm gonna hang out with a friend instead.
Yeah, I was watching some of this stuff, but it was all like very uninteresting to me, I believe. Yeah. So that's it. Nothing really happened there, and we're kind of gonna blaze through a lot of this because
there's ones we have to spend more time on.
We just don't have a lot of time on this earth. Cock Prime Time.
Yeah.
Do we watch any of this?
Yes, I did. The Cock Prime Time was just showing off literally everything they showed at the Summer of Games kickoff.
I was gonna say, didn't we talk about this?
Except for they teased Payday 3 at the end of it.
But we saw Payday stuff.
But they didn't confirm it until this, that it was Payday 3.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so
Payday 2 HD remaster?
Did they show off Doki Doki Literature Club Plus?
That is at the limited run.
These colors are similar.
No, it isn't.
Oh, did they show it there? What the fuck?
It wasn't that limited run. It's not a limited run thing anyway.
Oh.
It's being done through something else. I do. We're using the E3 recap website, and I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth because this is a really nice resource.
It's not
I wish
that's IGN Expo. Okay.
Yeah, I wish it would tell us what what conferences are from what instead of just giving us color coding.
Color coding was great back when it was just like 5 or 6 total conferences over a weekend. Now
I'm looking at like 3 different shades of orange here, guys.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
IGN Expo.
IGN Expo. That's where the Doki Doki Literature Club thing is. Is that an expansion for the game?
It's Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's a console port. I assume since it's Plus, it'll have new content.
Yeah.
Plus
new ways to crash a hard drive.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sifu had another trailer at the IGN Expo.
Does it have a release date yet?
No,
doesn't look like
2022 I think is their soft date right now. Sifu is really, really cool. It's from the developers of Absolver, which is a really good game. I've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again. It's very poggers. It's very hype. I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah. Sifu is like the game where like you kind of your age progresses as you play, right?
It's the old boy hallway scene game.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's cool. Ollie Ollie World. Ollie Ollie World. Badass. The game looks sick.
I don't like the
Does anyone know anything about Ollie Ollie World?
I love
I know about Ollie Ollie.
Ollie Ollie 1 and Ollie Ollie 2 are great. I do not like the art style of Ollie Ollie World.
Really? I don't know. It looks really cool. It looks like Adventure Time and you schmoove. So
yeah, we had
that's all I care about.
Already off podcast.
You know what it looks like?
Disagree. I just think it looks like butt.
Yeah.
It looks like Takeshi 6ix9ine.
I that's the one picture.
Move on after that sentence.
Okay.
I have a question though. Does Oxenfree have anything to do with Ollie Ollie?
No.
I don't know.
It's
just
different
a skateboarding game
entirely.
Speaking of skateboarding
Ollie
games,
Oxenfree.
I sure do. Speaking of skateboarding games, Skatebird.
I heard this game was bad.
I don't know, but it looks funny as shit.
You want me to
talk about Skatebird, Tabby?
Yeah, so I have money in this game because I backed it on Kickstarter in a drunken
Ooh, it's a Tabby. Wait, Tabby backed it on Kickstarter? That's all I need to know. It is bad.
It was $15. So it's not like it's the end of the world.
Okay, whatever.
But like this game has not shown any footage above 30 frames per second, so it makes me very worried. And it's
coming out in August.
It's like a solo dev as well, and it's on Unity.
Okay. You know, I say this every fucking time, but like Unity is not the brand of sacrifice or whatever.
Well, Unity is
a fine engine.
Very hard to optimize.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
They showed off the Stranger Things cosmetics for Smite here.
We saw that.
That is really weird that is in Smite.
We saw that at kickoff.
And we're going to talk about it again.
Yeah, we might not have mentioned it. It doesn't matter.
And now we talked about it. Yeah. Now we're going to talk about...
what else? Chernobylite. If you watched a lot of different conferences, Chernobylite is a survival horror game. Its subtitle is Made by a Stalker Fan.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
because there's like 80. There were 80 Stalker games that came out.
There were a lot of Stalker.
Chernobylite is like the best Stalker clone that has come out. It will be better. It's better than Stalker 2 easily. I haven't played either.
It's not even out.
I haven't played either, but I can call that right now. It will be better than Stalker 2.
Regardless,
first, folks.
If you watched multiple E3 conferences like I did, you would have seen Chernobylite like 6 fucking times in 6 different conferences. It's very Stalker-like. It's obviously made by a Stalker fan. I think
this the one with there was another Stalker clone. I think it was a PC gaming show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, it's not the same one.
It's not. It is. It was in the PC gaming show.
But there was another one in the PC gaming show. I know
there was another one that showed us literally no gameplay, and yeah.
Right.
So I think that's it for the IGN Expo. So Guerrilla Collective Day 2. Did anyone watch this?
Pass.
No.
Let me see. I might have watched stuff in this. I did not watch any of this, actually. Yo, Slime Heroes? They're made by this fucking slime rancher people.
All right.
No, because they're making Slime Rancher too,
All right.
right?
The Wholesome Direct.
you can make
Pancake games.
you can make multiple games at once.
Hey, we're not
in this economy.
Well, I don't know. I figured Slime Rancher devs were indie.
I mean, indie studios can have more than one game.
Yo, wait, they showed raw men at this thing?
They might have shown Ramen.
I totally missed
wait,
that.
am I at the right?
I looked for
Am I at the right
I
show?
looked for the Ramen trailer and could not find it anywhere.
It's so we're in Guerrilla Collective Day 2 right now.
Is that orangey?
Yeah, it's orangey. It's like
okay,
yellowish
so
orange.
they did show it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So Ramen was shown here. The best game of E3, hands down.
Yeah, definitely the
it is
game of the show.
It is a game that is like Splatoon. You schmoove, except it is like
it is not really like Splatoon. The further that trailer went on, it really did like I was with everyone on the live streams like, yeah, this looks like Splatoon, and then like the more I saw of the game, it was like this does not really seem to have the same consensus.
So Ramen, spelled like raw men, is a game about these
like me and
buff cooks who are doing like weird like Splatoon skating things and like trying to knock each other out. It seems really cool, and I was sold based on the name alone.
Yes, it's a really good name. The only thing that's missing is like a cocaine power up or some sort of hard drug, because to really get the line cook experience in Ramen, I feel like that's necessary. They showed Sable again. That's cool. It's just still is just a blank 2020 release date. I want to play that though.
They showed off a teaser for Hello Neighbor 2. Pat, you're going to want to pay attention to this trailer.
Yeah. Check this out, Matt Pat.
Please look at it. Please.
There's some interesting tidbits in this one. Check it out.
I don't know what Kitsune Tales is, but I'm looking at it and it's cute.
This kind of reminds me of like.
This kind of reminds me of Mario.
Oh, I was gonna say like it has like a Master System aesthetic almost.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very cute. I will be looking into this. So that's it for these guys, the Guerrilla Collective. I didn't watch the Wholesome Direct.
I'm gonna say.
Did anyone watch the Wholesome Direct?
I don't think we need to talk about the Wholesome Direct.
Can I steal someone else's content about the Wholesome Direct?
Sure.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Yeah, yes.
I need to find it so I can get the exact wording. Give me one moment. Talk about the Wholesome Direct and why you didn't watch it.
Ublit's content was shown here.
Is it going to be on Epic Game Store?
Of course, it's Epic Game Store exclusive. If you have a problem with that, then you're an entitled gamer. I mean, true. Like really. Back us on Patreon though. What the they showed Skatebird again? Like the thing is with this Wholesome Direct is that like I'm gonna steal Tabby's bit 'cause she's taken too long to get to it. These games all look the same.
Please. Yeah, I just got to it right after you said that. I hate you. Every game shown at the Wholesome Direct is generated from these 5 tags, which is photography, witches, furry, depression, and farming.
Yeah,
I
do like witches though. I'll be honest.
I also like witches. I think this is a pro witch podcast. I would say so, right? Witches, come into my DMs. I beg you.
I'm more of a warlock man myself.
What conference showed off Project Warlock?
PC Gaming Show.
Project Warlock
PC
2.
Gaming
Was that
show.
PC Gaming Show?
Yeah. Okay. So Ubisoft Forward. Do we care? Wait, what's the difference between the pre-show and the actual show?
Nothing. I looped them together. So the pre-show just showed off the Trackmania stuff, which then they also showed in the main conference.
Okay.
But Ubisoft Forward had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got
a lot of stuff I don't care about.
Far Cry 6 trailer. We got to see more of the man in the mask.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah,
Carlos Despacito.
He gets on a boat. Trading. He gets on a boat and kills a bunch of people. We saw
Mr. White.
what's the name of the chick from Galaxy?
Rosalina.
We saw Rosalina in Rabid form with Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope. Remember
Rabid
that?
Rosalina,
Remember that XCOM-esque Mario X Rabbids game? Here's another one.
I was just talking with somebody over dinner today about it, and that Mario and Rabbids game is very good.
It's so
it's surprisingly good.
The first one looked good. The second one looks better. There is a Rabid Rosalina that looks really fucking funny. They added like a green E-boy Rabid as well.
I think it's a girl.
I'm pretty sure that's a girl.
Listen.
That's a girl Rabid. No, make sure you figure.
Listen,
I know it's hard to tell.
I'm pansexual and it's Pride Month. You can't do me like this. Anyway,
I think that Rabid looks terrible, but
that Rabid is base.
Really,
I have a visceral reaction, like a hatred towards the Rabbids. So
I think it looks really funny. So Rainbow Six Extraction, I just fucking skipped over it. Did they show a gameplay demo there?
They showed off a lot of gameplay.
Yeah.
Is it coming out this year?
It is.
It is coming out September.
Rainbow Six Quarantine, aka Rainbow Six Extraction, looks very good. It looks very, very. They even reference this like in the show, but it looks a lot like GTFO. If you guys are familiar with that at all,
that sounds familiar. What is that?
GTFO.
This ain't your grandma's Siege.
I think it's made by.
Get the frick out.
It might be made by some ex Left 4 Dead guys. But it's a like a hyper hardcore players versus zombies-esque game. But like you have to stealth your entire way through, and making like any noise causes the entire mission to go fucked. The game's really cool, but it's in like super early access. Like it released.
Oh, so this is a new game.
It released 2 years ago, and they just added matchmaking like 3 months ago. The way you had to do matchmaking previously was you had to be in a Discord server, and you like posted room codes and attempted to join them.
Sick.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah, the reason I skipped a lot of this stuff is because a lot of it's just game updates, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of updates.
But Brawlhalla with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kids love Brawlhalla.
Oh, what's the one saying that's going around with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles guy? It's like, he's like, I'm a gamer.
Dude, I could be gaming.
Yeah, dude, I could be gaming right now.
Don't,
like
Raphael, this is where my parents died. Dude, I could be gaming right now.
Rainbow Six Siege.
It is really Michelangelo who says it though, not Raph.
There's a game update for Rainbow Six Siege, which I don't follow that game, so I didn't really pay attention to it. But it had a really funny looking trailer.
Looks like it's anime.
It was like a weird like anime thing.
Oh yeah, you know what it looks like? Hang on.
Hi, Rainbow Six Siege fan here. That trailer showed nothing because I don't know what either of those characters do. I'm assuming one of them has a flare.
It didn't show you anything.
This looks like that scene in Kill Bill where it's Oren Ishii's backstory.
Yeah.
Sure.
And saving the best for last, world premiere. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. An Ubisoft game.
Was that?
So
that was Ubisoft, right?
There's a funny story about this game.
Yeah.
There was a book that some Ubisoft either ex Ubisoft executive or something along those lines wrote, and in this he talks about this game. And he says that this game was originally given to another European studio, and the deal was almost like the ink was almost dry, and then suddenly an executive just like completely bombed a meeting and ruined the deal wholesale, and everyone like speculating on what European studio that could be. They're all just like, it's Crytek, because like Crytek's higher ups are a little crazy.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but there's a lot of pollen in the air right now. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
So now Ubisoft has this game.
That's like the 30,
This is a rumor, but I thought it was funny.
Allegedly.
That's like the 38 Studios guys with fucking
Kurt Schilling's game or studio. right?
Yeah. Except they also like acquired what was it? Big Huge Games. And Big Huge Games was just about to be bought, and then all the shit went down with 38 Studios, and they're like, "Oh, yikes, we're not buying you, sorry." So Big Huge Games almost got out of that unscathed.
This is Big Huge Games.
They made Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning.
Yo, that game's
They
based.
made it.
They made that game under 38 Studios, and it did
they're
really
still
well.
around.
And they were trying. Yeah, they kind of recovered. They were able to recover.
Oh, but they're owned by Nexon.
Yeah,
That kind of sucks.
I mean, hey, where the money floweth,
Keeps the
the
lights
developer
on, I guess,
goeth.
right? Well, I'm glad to hear that they didn't
Not
completely went tits up.
Yeah, that whole situation was rough.
Yeah, because Amalur was apparently pretty good.
Yeah,
I like that
great.
game. Most people don't.
I don't
Craig
know.
Kirkhope did the
No,
soundtrack.
that game did good. People like that game.
I like
Yeah.
that game.
I heard people say it's surprising. I think the general consensus is that it's surprisingly good.
That game came out, and they like instantly got clearance to do a sequel.
It had chakrams as a weapon, and they were fun to use.
Soul Calibur did it first, though.
They got a remaster, or re-reckoning, if you will.
I also
Tira
bought
is
that.
my girl.
I still haven't finished it.
All right, you're getting too deep into the weeds. I actually never. All I know about Kingdoms of Amalur is that it was the Kurt Schilling game,
All right,
Yeah.
and Grant Kirkhope did the soundtrack.
Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital. Max Pass Plus.
All right. Before we talk about the games, was it funny?
It was not as funny as last year's.
Okay.
It is. I'm glad they decided this year to not continue with the previous bits. Because I don't think I could have handled another year of Nina Struthers. I'm gonna be honest.
So Nina Struthers wasn't
No.
she wasn't the presenter at this one, right?
No, it was.
She
She was in it, but
she played as the presenter.
it was a
okay.
lot more of like the other minor characters from the previous ones taking on
the bits kind of getting old, and the other conferences are starting to try to ape the bit, which is making it get old really fast.
Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get to limited run.
So
Thanks,
it's something I think if they want to keep being funny, I feel like they're in an adapt or die situation in the next couple years for E3 presentations.
Next year's a make or break.
Not for next year or the next year after that. Not for the studio, just for whether or not they're funny.
Oh yeah,
I think Devolver's gonna be fine.
As a publishing company, I think they're doing okay.
Yeah,
especially with these games.
Yeah.
Shadow Warrior 3. They did not look. I could not tell you that was a Shadow Warrior game, except for I knew that's the only FPS they were making.
I was watching this and I was like, it's like the whole trailer is like, it looks cool. They have glory kills. We're Doom.
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook. Yeah,
a lot of grappling hooks this E3.
Yeah,
I've come to notice.
the year the grappling hook.
It's been a while since
it's just like running around killing these disgusting looking monsters in an arena. So the game looks like fun enough to just like run around and shoot stuff in, but
Low Wang did not say enough things that were vaguely racist or very racist. So
Lo Wang hasn't been vaguely racist since the first game.
Lo Wang didn't talk at all.
I know, that's how I knew it. I was like, is this Shadow Warrior?
Is his name even Lo Wang in the reboot?
I'm pretty sure.
They've got excuse the pun or the reference, but they've got balls of steel if they're going with a Lo Wang in current year.
He is actually a different named character. His name is Lo Wang Reboot.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it's just on the Wikipedia. It's Lo Wang parentheses reboot. Yeah, no, he's still Lo Wang.
Oh, so he's still Lo Wang? Okay. Yeah. They probably get away with it by having an Asian guy voice him.
Let me tell you about Shadow Warriors 3. Based on
fried rice.
Based on what I'm seeing on this player.
Jack, I have some bad news. I don't think this man is Asian.
Stinky? I mean, I'm not gonna get into a greater conversation regarding this.
Yeah.
But
anyway, the null toxicity, my judgment of Shadow Warriors 3 is that it's a little insipid looking. You know, it's
Insipid.
a little tasteless. It's a little soulless in my eyes.
It insists upon itself, you could say.
I just think it's like it doesn't inspire anything in me, unfortunately.
It does look like they really want to be Doom. Although to be fair, I'm pretty sure
everybody
these
really
like glory
Doom.
kills are really slow.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Doom 2016, which I'm okay with.
I don't want to say that. I don't know what the first two Shadow Warriors are like, so I don't want to say that they're aping Doom, especially if they were around before Doom 2016.
So Shadow Warrior 1.
I mean, I know this is like an indie thing, right? But it's still like
it looks good for an indie game.
Yeah.
Well, that's double. Shadow Warrior is double A, like very.
At this point, I'd say so. Yeah.
No, so Shadow Warrior is a Doom like.
Then are we saying that Devolver is not an indie publisher since they're double A?
Yes, they made the same joke in their conference.
Yes, but like we can elaborate on that.
Yeah, I've said this before. Devolver, like, they call themselves an indie publisher, but like the specific level of games they put out is above the level of like an indie developer. And you can have an indie developer who makes good-looking games, but like Wizard, was it Clay?
I think Video Game Culture would disagree about that.
What is it, Clay? Is that the name of it? The Don't
Talk about Video Game Culture.
Oh, I thought you were just saying like Video Game Culture as like, oh, okay.
No, the person.
No, so who
Culture.vg.
Who are the guys that make Don't Starve?
That is Clay.
That's Clay, yeah.
KLEI.
So just to jump ahead, Wizard with a Gun just looks like one of their games. But I wouldn't call them like an indie publisher or like they're double A. They're very solidly.
It looks like a more actiony. I mean, okay, Devolver. I will make my statement.
I'd say single A.
No, that's indie.
No, A is not indie. Indie is indie. I think Devolver is not an indie publisher. I think they're a publisher who publishes indie games.
I will co-sign. I've been waiting to get a word in edgewise. I think at one point Devolver was indie, especially when like they were publishing stuff like Hotline Miami and stuff, and like Luftraisers or whatever the fuck that playing game is called.
Did you see in the background?
It's been. I didn't watch it.
Oh, so in the background of one of the shots, they just have like an empty an overflowing box with Hotline Miami 3 requests.
Oh yeah. Well, look, they're never. I think I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast exactly before, but they're never fucking gonna make a Hotline Miami 3.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Hotline Detroit.
There were a lot of fucking chili dogs in that skit. Like they just kept. They kept bringing out mountains of chili dogs and like shoving them into their mouths, like killing them through a crack. Nina Struthers is sitting there like injecting like fucking like cocaine into her body. Anyway, Trek to Yomi, also developed by the people who are developing Shadow World.
I just watched the trailer to this.
The game looks cool.
Looks cool, yeah. I'm impressed. I mean, samurais are fucking in.
Yeah, if Shadow Warrior 3 is insipid, then Trek to Yomi is a beautiful feast.
It keeps sounding like you're saying he's laughing, so I know he knows what I'm about to say. Why are you saying Shrek to Yomi?
Trek to Yomi. I'm not saying Shrek.
Okay, but it sounded like you were saying
I wasn't
Shrek.
hearing that. See, what my brain was doing is every time I read that, I'm reading it as Trek to Yomi.
Trek to Yomi looks fucking cool. It looks very spicy.
To is like a particle in Japanese for like and, so that's like, and this is a very Japanese inspired game. That's my brain goes like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, Japanese fan.
Name every Japanese person.
Name 3 of their songs.
Yeah, Death's Door. They showed that again. We talked about that last week. That game looks good. It's a chamois game because it has a bird in it.
Just because it has a bird doesn't mean chamois.
No,
we didn't talk about it's Skatebird is a chamois game then.
Chamois has talked about this, and he said the meme has evolved. It's not just owls anymore. People will just say it's a chamois game if there's just a bird. It doesn't matter what kind of bird.
You skipped over Phantom Abyss. Was this game worth talking
we already
about?
talked about
I didn't really skip over.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
this is
coming out,
that
like,
like
in 4 days.
speedrun game where you're basically it's an asymmetrical multiplayer game where you have a grappling hook and you're racing against the ghosts of other players.
Was this at the PC gaming show?
No, it was
at Kickoff.
Yeah, it was at Kickoff Summer Games. Demon Throttle looks pretty cool.
Demon Throttle looks pretty cool.
So that's physical only.
No, that's based.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing.
Well, all right. I can see not minding it. Explain why it's good.
I think games shouldn't be on digital mediums.
No, I just think I think it's a good gimmick. That's really all it is for me. The most important thing from it is the standard copy of the game is not a limited run. There's a collector's edition.
Okay, I thought. All right,
no,
I thought it was a limited run. That's why I was gonna.
All of them get stock numbers, like based on when you buy them. So if you pre-order it early, you get a low stock number, and thus, Anyway, I just think physical games are cool. I think, like going out and buying a thing and having it is cool, and owning that thing is cool. And you don't get that with a lot of digital software.
Damn, sounding like a bit of a consumer right now. No,
I'm a person who believes in owning things. There was a really cool fucking.
It'll get dumped online anyway, so whatever.
There's a really cool card game
Inscription.
Inscription. This is fucking really if there's one trailer that I want you to watch, the viewer, out of this Devolver conference, it is Inscription. This game,
link in the show notes.
The aesthetic of this game looks fucking awesome, and it's just super weird, and it gives me tingles.
I will.
This looks like a game to Snaker would play.
So I will sell this to people who haven't heard it, but have heard of the creator's other game, Pony Island. If you like Pony Island, this looks a lot like Pony Island. If you haven't played Pony Island, go play Pony Island. Don't look anything up about Pony Island. Just play Pony Island.
So all right, can this guy make this game but for Yu-Gi-Oh instead?
No.
This is like an atmospheric card game. Anyway.
What is not atmospheric about Yu-Gi-Oh? Haven't you played Forbidden Memories?
My life points.
Did you see that YouTuber that I showed you? That they were condensing episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh to 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it's fucking hilarious and amazing.
Can you show me your super awesome card? Sure, here you go. I want that card.
No.
You haven't seen the last of me. This is outrageous.
It's so good.
Link in the show notes. Watch it. It's good.
It's so good.
Well, my favorite part about that video. We're talking about Kaiba now. My favorite part about that video is that it takes time out of the video to make sure that Kaiba has 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, but it does not show Yugi beating him with Exodia.
It's so funny.
More important, you see.
Yeah. It is more important. You need to know he has 3.
Devolver Tumble Time was a really bad joke.
Okay, I gotta watch this.
They're doing the self-aware
ironic mobile gacha game.
We're gonna do ironic mobile game. It's soulless and we'll suck your money away, and I know the whole joke of the show is monetization, but this game is coming out and it's not a joke, and it's not really funny. And
they did something similar 2 years ago with the Devolver bootleg thing, which seemed cool, and then people actually played it and they were just oh, it's bad. Yeah. And I paid real money for this.
What about Loot Box Coin?
I still regret not buying one. Speaking of owning things,
but that's it for the Devolver showcase, Devolver Direct.
Devolver Forward.
One thing I want to mention about
Direct.
the Devolver Direct.
Yeah,
every year they sell some weird niche piece of merch in relation to the conference. They'll try to sell maybe t-shirts that are in reference to it or not. like loot box coin being one of them. This year they sold a single VHS tape with the entire
it's a
press conference
non-fuck-withable
on them.
tape.
Yes, a non-fuck-withable tape.
So they're selling a singular VHS tape that has been modified so that you can't tape over it or edit it. So it's a non-fuck-withable tape, which is an NFT.
Wait, okay. Yeah, very good.
Very funny. I think they were selling it for like $10,000 or something.
It was
I don't remember what it was. $1,000. Sorry, somebody bought it instantly.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it was sold out before.
Yeah, I did.
Now this show that I'm about to talk about requires a little bit of priming. So we're about to talk about the Gearbox showcase. And
We have to.
yes,
We have to
Magic.
talk about Gearbox the Gearbox showcase in Homeworld 3.
You know how like E3, it's like a video game conference. So the first thing that they show at E3 is that they're re-releasing Homeworld 3, and then
No, Homeworld 3 is now in development. That is the version.
Yeah, Homeworld 3 is now in development, regardless.
What?
And then Homeworld, bring back an old series.
The hit RTS game.
So, oh, okay. So this is like a. All right, you two were confusing me. I didn't know if this was like an actual game that came out already.
Yeah. So they started by showing off that it's Randy Pitchford at the Borderlands the movie set and Homeworld.
No, they
3.
didn't do that. They did Homeworld first, and then they did.
Oh yeah.
I'm structuring it like this very specifically so the audience knows what I felt. Okay, so
he's setting up a joke here.
Homeworld 3. Oh yeah,
I hope you're
set
setting
it
up the
The whole
joke. I think
conference
you're
was a
setting
joke. Randy Pitchford, he goes in and he's like, "Hey guys, we're at the fucking Borderlands movie set. Here's Kevin Hart. Hi, I'm Kevin Hart. I like video games."
No,
Thanks, Randy.
that's too early. They were just talking with the director for the first bit.
Yeah, it was very boring. It was like a very, very long trailer. And then after
What do they
the
talk
movie stuff, they talk about Homeworld 3. They're working on Homeworld 3.
They
then
are.
they move towards Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which is a standalone spin-off for
yeah, we talked about this a little bit
Borderlands.
We talked about
previously.
this.
They
Yeah, we
didn't
talked
talk
about it.
new.
They showed it off a little bit more in depth, I think, and they talked about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
We know if you watched the last episode, you know what it is. And then after that, they talked about Homeworld 3.
What?
They kept cutting back to Homeworld 3
In between
each thing.
every single thing, it was so like the next.
Fuck
so
off.
like the next,
Are you
the next thing they
serious?
talk about is Tribes
Yes.
of Midgard, which is that weird.
Which
like,
I made a very
RTS.
funny Tribes joke that nobody appreciated when I said this.
You did, and then what did they talk about after Tribes of Midgard? You may ask.
Tribes fans are hurt. All right.
It's
They
true.
talked about Homeworld 3.
Yes, and then they talked about Godfall DLC, which looks very bad. And then
It's
they
coming
talked
to
about,
PS4.
and then they talked about Homeworld 3. It is coming to PS4, yes.
Then they talked to Kevin Hart about Borderlands the movie and how he plays Roland, the canonically like 6'2" character.
I was gonna say Roland is. I've actually played Borderlands 1. Roland is like this pretty broad-shouldered black dude, and Kevin Hart is scrawny short comedian man.
He'll be wearing the
homophobic.
pumps.
No comment.
No, that's
Allegedly. But,
No.
allegedly. Anyway.
The views of Tabby Nickel do not reflect all.
We're
purveyors
gonna
of this
go to the
podcast.
fucking.
Fuck me.
We're not doing the sensitivity training after this, Tabby. We're going to the slander training where you have to learn not to slander people on the podcast. Anyway,
We're gonna fucking replace you.
we're gonna replace you with Greg, Tabby.
I'm gonna call Michael, and you're gonna be taken out of this fucking godforsaken podcast.
But no, the fucking Homeworld thing. Okay, so the reason I bring this up is one, because it was terrible. The whole conference was not that good.
It sounds dreadful.
And they had so little to show that they had to keep going back to Homeworld 3.
Everything they showed for Homeworld 3, they could have just shown in a 3-minute single shot cutting between talking to people. Because it was here's the designers, here's the animators, here's programmers.
They had so little to show that they're like doing this giant segment on the movie and also doing Homeworld 3. Like it was a very
This is a theme.
Like this game comes out Q4 2022. It's so far away.
This is a theme of the entire
obviously there's not
press
much to talk about.
There's a lot of people who did press conferences that you didn't need to.
Yeah, just show your shit off at the Summer of Games or something else. The Summer of Games, like
the
whatever.
PC gaming show.
Okay, Upload VR Showcase. I didn't watch any of the VR stuff. I'm not just...
executive decision, Skippy.
I need to see if there's anything cool yet, though.
There were VR games.
Yeah, but some VR games are cool. All right, Nerf
I don't
Ultimate
VR.
Championship.
Doesn't even have a... It's Oculus. I don't give a fuck.
Regardless,
they're in between my Nerf matches. They're gonna send me ads.
Yeah, if you want to hear about the VR showcase, just go watch Lake to Snaker or something. Naraka Blade Point. What are those guys? They just showed Naraka Blade Point. What is Naraka Blade Point?
Naraka Blade Point is
It's a battle royale.
No. It's a third-person action-adventure game made by a Chinese studio.
Oh, so this is like Ghost of Tsushima.
No, it's more like that Wukong game that's being made.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's very cool. That probably didn't need to be its own conference either. Xbox Showcase and Bethesda, which is also Xbox. I didn't get to watch this, so this is all you guys.
All right, I'll talk about
Xbox Game Pass.
I'm the one who gets to talk about Xbox in the past. I'm talking about Xbox in the present. So they started off with Starfield and just showed concept art and people talking about Starfield is great. But more importantly, they announced it's being made on Creation Engine 2, which this will be their first game on Creation Engine 2.
I can't wait for the mods. I can't wait for the mod tools. Yeah, dude, the fucking joke was so fun. Like, or not the joke, the tweet afterwards is just like someone was talking to Todd Howard about it. He's like, "So those ladders, we gonna be able to climb those?" It's like, maybe we need to make that
relax.
Maybe we need to make it more clear that you're not able to climb the ladders. They just get you into the ship.
Todd's like, they're gonna call me a fucking liar if I say you can climb the ladders.
It is current year. How do you not have ladder climbing in your game engine? I'm sorry.
I mean, you don't need it.
I mean, what? It's like whatever. I don't care.
Like, it's because the way they build games,
just funny.
They need enclosed spaces to exist, so they don't want you getting on top of things.
All right, so
it's just really funny that like the first interview that comes out about this game after revealing it that it's on like a new engine or whatever, the first in classic Bethesda is like, well, it's still shit.
Well, you see, Todd Howard knows that he's under the Microsoft umbrella now. So he can't just lie and get away with things. He's not Phil Spencer.
Todd can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Todd,
he'll boss up the Phil Spencer and be like, I do whatever I want.
He's infallible in my eyes.
He'll walk away and then Phil Spencer will look down and he'll see that he bought a copy of Skyrim for the Xbox Series X.
So the next thing they showed off was Stalker 2. This not real game. I know it is, but
this is a real game. What I want to know is why it's called Stalker 2 when there's 3 Stalker games.
Clearly, because the first 3 were a trilogy for the Stalker.
Fuck me. All right, whatever.
I have no idea. I haven't played any Stalker games. I should change that. They showed off Back really 4 Blood. This game's still not good in my opinion.
I'm not gonna waste energy defending it anymore. Whatever.
This is the Valve game? Or not the Valve. This is the Left 4 Dead guys game. Turtle Rock, those guys. Wow. I watched like a Back 4 Blood showcase. Like they did a whole conference talking about
that was
Back
after
4
the
Blood.
Square Enix one.
It was the Warner Bros. One, right?
Warner Bros. Back 4 Blood.
I don't know. But since we mentioned it here, I want to talk about it. That conference was like wretched to watch. I was just sitting there like, this game, they're like looping the same 5 clips over and over again. I'm just like, this game, the more you like showing it to me, the worse it looks. Like like you get the professional podcasters on stage, and I know they have to say good things about what's being shown, but I'm just like, oh, do you really believe these things that you're saying?
Now, just wait till you get brought up on the stage when you have to talk about Back 5 Blood.
And I'll do it. I mean, fuck.
Are they paying me? I'll do
Chase that check, right? Yeah.
So after Back for Blood, they showed off Contraband, a game that was just a CG trailer.
That's
it's made by
that's the
Avalanche, right?
Yeah.
That's the Contra rhythm game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we know like nothing about this game.
It's very cheap Microsoft.
Shows...
I can't wait to see the ads for hiring now coming up in a week.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Because we know Avalanche is
it's a real game studio.
They're a real game studio that have actual people that work on games. So I mean, like it's like takes place in the 70s or something. I like the name.
Yeah, it seems to
if
be
it's if it's like a heist game,
a 4-player
that
co-op
seems kind of
heist
cool.
Game. Yeah, I like GTA
that's
Online.
probably what it's gonna be.
Anyway, on to greener pastures. Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life. The Johnny Depp expansion for Sea of Thieves.
I skipped over this. I didn't even want to talk about
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
I was pogging.
I was like, cool. I mean, it definitely was not Jack Sparrow voicing that character.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Who the fuck cares? I'm gonna be real. Who the fuck cares about Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves is sick.
People like that game.
Kids love Sea of Thieves.
I think it's really
Kids
fun.
love pirates.
You get your boys together. You go pillage the high seas. This game is not fun if you're playing it by yourself, though. You do need to have a squad.
All right.
And this is when I sign off.
Speaking of things...
I hate friends.
Speaking of things that are better without friends, Psychonauts 2.
Oh, we're just skipping the Psychonauts?
I wrote down the things I cared about. I'm skipping over the things that I...
Okay.
You wrote down Battlefield, though.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, because...
I was going to talk about it earlier, but then you told me no. Fine. All right, Battlefield. Looks cool. I want to play it. Give it to me.
Okay. It does look surprisingly cool. I liked that the map slowly or very quickly actually just turned into hell.
Yep.
And like 128 players, that's pretty intense. I probably won't. I was actually a little tempted to maybe play this. But
did it have a funny music choice
on day one with game? No, I have no idea.
It's actually not Game Pass.
Did the trailer have?
Oh, no, because they have the EA Play thing, right?
Oh yeah, it might be.
God, fuck EA Play. Did it have a funny but not did it have funny music that shouldn't have been in the trailer?
It did not have a Seven Nation Army dubstep remix.
Glitch Mob remix.
What about that kid that sung Seven Nation Army?
Well,
I've seen the edit with the Battlefield 1 trailer with that version over. It's very good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so what did you mention Psychocolonial Sign? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Psycho Soldier 2. No, I do. I wish it was Psycho Soldier 2 instead. Psychonauts 2 is coming out this year, right?
It's August 25th.
Yeah, I can't believe this
just in time for my birthday.
I'm definitely gonna play that.
I should replay Psychonauts before playing it, but I should play it.
I don't know if I'll do that.
Hear me out. Double Fine Bros.
Ooh, I'm surprised someone hasn't come up with that and very embarrassing idea at the Double Fine offices.
A secret agent reacts to a new music video.
Psychonauts developer reacts to Psychonauts 2 gameplay trailer.
Hello, I'm Tim Schafer.
Why does he sound like that?
Oh god.
Speaking of things of why Fallout 76 The Pit? The Pit is the worst expansion for Fallout 3.
Yeah, I was actually really mad back in the day when The Pit came out because it was like Pennsylvania representation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, and I'm like, wait, this is like the worst DLC they came out with for that game. And it wasn't that good.
Yeah, just how do you feel? My state's representation was Life is Strange.
I think Life is Strange is better than The Pit.
Is nothing. That's probably true. It's probably Life is Strange has probably given more people joy than the Pit.
That's
Well,
fair.
I mean, that's why you just co-opt New England, and then your like options are like broaden a lot.
It's always fucking Massachusetts, though.
Yeah, kids love
Yeah, but
Massachusetts.
like that's New England. That's you.
Yeah, I know.
Is Rhode
I know.
Island part of New England?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Man, listen. At least
Connecticut is too.
At least you're not Rhode
Unfortunately.
Island.
Yeah.
Is Vermont?
Fuck Connecticut, though. Vermont and Maine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
What
Like,
about West Virginia then? If we're just picking random states,
West Virginia?
Literally not random. Literally not random. They all are adjacent to each other.
take me home.
I'm just saying you could be New Hampshire, and that is a worse fate than where you're at right now.
That is true.
Wait, fuck.
Bitch, what the fuck did you just say?
I meant to say you could be Rhode Island, and that would be way worse than where you're at now.
No, it would be great. I could work at 38 Studios on this hit game, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
Well,
So
38
Somerville,
Studios didn't work on that game. They just published it.
Somerville
Whatever.
was shown up. I already forgot. Is Somerville being made by the Inside team?
Jump Ship. Did Jump Ship make Limbo?
Oh, is
I'm
this the
asking
game
the
that's like
question.
Limbo?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, this is made by the Limbo
It looked-
devs.
it looked-
Sad Dad game.
There were a lot of Limbo likes this year.
Cinematic platformers? You
Yeah.
want to say it?
Yeah, it's-
Or do I have to say
No,
it?
cinematic
I mean, listen,
platformer.
you yelled at me last time I said it, so
I'm going to do it again.
we're
Yeah,
just
the
calling them
cinematic
Limbo
platformers.
likes.
Whatever.
Cool.
Sad Dad game, not interested.
Sad Dad game interested. Because it doesn't have Joel the Last of Us in it. Halo Infinite.
As far as you know.
Halo Infinite was shown off. I don't remember anything they showed off about Halo Infinite. I'm gonna be honest.
They showed a cinematic story trailer, some environments, and the multiplayer. Like a lot of the multiplayer.
Right?
They did a
yeah,
gameplay
and it,
overview,
and it
didn't they?
didn't look anything like Halo multiplayer.
I have no frame of reference for this.
Multiplayer review.
I don't know
this
if
looks
it looked
the
fine. I don't
reticles.
know.
The reticles don't look like Halo, but this looks like Halo.
The reticles are wrong, guys. 0 out of 10.
Zero out
I'm
of
just
10.
saying the
Reticles
reticles
important.
are wrong. No, this feels like Halo. I'm moving at the speed of a very slow truck, so yeah.
Speaking of things that don't look right, Diablo 2 remastered.
I think
Resurrected.
the remaster looks fine.
I don't like it. I don't like the visuals of it at all.
I think
you can swap to the old graphics, so it's not like it could be worse, Tabby. It could be
Warcraft
you could
3.
have only to deal with the new graphics and have people say that the old graphics never looked good.
This game, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like it. I think it looks
I
fun.
played a lot of Diablo 2 as well.
I think the HD graphics on it all make everything look really unclear.
I don't know. I mean, it works on my machine. I don't know how it can be. I don't know how it can be unclear with 4,000 pixels on the screen.
Oh no, it all kind of just
Yeah,
blends
just
together.
Tabby, just get a 4K OLED.
The
and,
tile sets aren't like different enough for the different effects that like it just all kind of blends together.
That's just like if
your
you
opinion,
have
man.
if you have that problem with the remaster, you would have had that problem with the original one as well.
No, the original one is like easy to understand though.
I don't know. I'm looking at this and it's like this is just as readable as Diablo 2.
Wrong.
We're moving on.
Cool.
We're moving on to a
Shredders.
Plague's Tale Requiem. No, I'm not
Ah.
talking about Shredders.
Well, what? I don't even remember what the fuck this was. Talk about your Plague game.
A Plague Tales Requiem is a prequel, sequel, soft sequel, reboot, a C-boot
to Plague Knight.
to Plague Tale. Plague Tale
Oh,
Chronicles. I think
this.
is the name.
Okay.
It's the third person movie game where you are the Pied Piper.
Slime Rancher 2.
Slime Rancher 2.
I thought we were only going to talk about games we have things to say about.
Well, no, I really like Slime Rancher 2.
Well, we
I-
talked-
No, I'm talking about Daddy and Plague Tale.
I was gonna go into it more when I wrote these down, but I forgot why I was angry. So here we are.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Anyway, Slime Rancher is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, it's a very cutesy game where you farm slimes for various purposes. And there's a sequel coming out, and I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna 100% it like I did the first game.
Let me know how it is.
It'll be good. I can already tell by looking at it.
Speaking of things that won't be good, Atomic Heart was continued to be shown off.
Yeah, they've been like kind of teasing this game for like 10 million years, right?
You two told me this. This is the first time I'm ever hearing
this game.
About this game.
The song in this trailer.
This game has been shown off since 2015. That's when I first heard of it.
That's crazy. It does look. It looks fine.
It looks impressive. Yeah.
It's been so long. This game
going
is
to everything.
Atomic Heart is Russian Bioshock.
For once,
for those who
sure.
are unaware.
It's what? Sorry.
It's Russian Bioshock.
Okay, but is it made by Ken Levine?
No.
No.
It's made by
Bioshock 2 wasn't made by Ken Levine either, though.
Yeah, but Bioshock Infinite was.
Yeah, no comment.
Is he related to Adam Levine? Wait, I want to talk about this Atomic Hearts trailer. The song for this trailer is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was a good trailer. You didn't watch this live? I thought you did.
No, I did not watch. I was working that day.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No, I was not working that day. I was sleeping that day.
Yeah.
You came in later.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
They showed off Replaced, which is this like 2D pixel art neo noir cyberpunk platformer with very pretty visuals.
Was this our first dingy pixel aesthetic game?
No.
This
looks
cool.
Fucking badass.
Yeah, I'll post the
This
trailer.
Looks like really
link
good.
In the show notes.
This is kind of like a cinematic platform.
I remember this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking.
But it's also like an action.
Gouge my eyes out.
Yeah.
This game looks cool.
Cinemaction.
It's made by Punish.
Platformer?
It's a 2.5D sci-fi retro-futuristic action platformer where you play as Reach, an artificial intelligence trapped in a human body against its own will. Replace combines cinematic platformer, pixel art, and free-flow action combat with a deep, engaging dystopian story set in the alternative 1980s.
Okay, all right, fine. If they're gonna say it, then it is one.
Yep.
Sure, fuck it. Fine.
It's a cinemaction platformer.
Cinemaction platformer?
This is in the genre of games at this conference that had a dark, dingy pixel aesthetic game that everyone says, "Oh, that looks cool."
Yeah,
this doesn't just look cool though. This looks like phenomenal. This game looks really really good.
It's coming out next year though. It doesn't have a concrete date, which is lame.
So after that, you have Eudian Chronicle, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yes, this is the
Suikoden game. It is made by Suikoden Man. It was a Kickstarter.
Suikoden Devs Kickstarter game.
This game,
Suikoden, if you're unaware, was a tactical RPG made by Konami in the 90s. The appeal of it was that you could get over 100 party members. That's why it's called 100 Heroes.
I think this game would be a lot better looking if they just turned up the bloom a lot more.
No,
you're probably the only person who thinks that.
It was a joke because the bloom is pretty high in this game as well already.
I just started playing Suikoden a couple months ago, and I haven't gotten through all of it yet. But that game's good. So if this is anything like Suikoden 1, which I've heard is the worst Suikoden game, it'll be good.
Joe?
Yeah, I gotta play Suikoden 2 one day so I can witness the majesty of Luca Blight.
Yes.
The greatest villain in all of video games, apparently.
But this game is pretty. It's using the HD 2D art style or whatever it's called.
It's the new hotness.
Yeah, they're using the fucking the thing. Doing the thing.
Yeah, this game looks cool. I don't think there was a release date for it yet. It's probably 2022.
2023.
That's fair.
Hold on, I do have one thing to say about this.
Well, they also added another game.
JRPG players.
Yeah, JRPG players. We are
3 JRPG games will come out in a year, and they'll be like, "Oh, I can't wait to not have enough time in my life to play any of these."
That is true.
Let's just say JRPG players are somehow eating nice at this dearth of E3.
At this dirge of Cerberus.
This is Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Next game, Tabby.
The Ascent. This is a twin stick shooter.
Comes out next month.
Month.
An Xbox game that comes out this year. Insane.
Shocking. More news at 11.
Is this the only one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
I really like the guy with the big minigun. I would play this with friends.
I won't play this. This doesn't look good.
Well, I mean, I would only see. Here's the thing: the only way to play twin stick shooters is couch co-op because, like, it's so you wouldn't be invited
this looks
anyway.
alright. I don't know. Doesn't really interest me.
Age of Empires 4. I know kids love Age of Empires, so Age of Empires 4 now in development.
Coming out this year.
Can't wait for the Seth review.
Can't wait for a new RTS game. Please, I beg you, that's not Age of Empires.
Is it Age of Empires isn't an RTS, right? It's like a sim game.
No, it's an RTS.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Age of Empires is definitely an RTS.
It's not competitive multiplayer.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but like, unless it's an indie making it, you're just not going to get RTSs. Unless
I'm not
going to
get RTSs. I want a new StarCraft game. That's what I want because I want the I like high
Basically,
ATM.
I don't know if you want a new StarCraft game.
Well, I want a game like StarCraft. That's what I meant.
You're praying to the indie gods because no AAA studio is going to make an RTS ever.
No,
genre's dead.
And everyone
They're
is making
never gonna make another Metroid game.
And every RTS like indie dev is like, we're gonna make it like the slow ones because I have bad opinions.
Oh, we'll talk about indie devs with bad opinions later.
So what happened with the Outer Worlds 2? I didn't get to watch this.
It was a cinematic trailer revealing the Outer Worlds 2 is in development.
It was a cinematic trailer that was like making fun of cinematic trailers.
Ironic
cinematic trailer, yeah, very funny, especially when you're in a conference full of them.
Ironic shitposting is still shitposting.
Yeah, exactly. And like, Tab, you played Outer Worlds, right?
I've played about half of it.
I beat it.
What did you think of the Outer Worlds?
It's not great.
Yeah, my brother played through the Outer Worlds, and he also didn't really like it.
I don't know how. No, I know how, but they really wanted to be like Fallout Killer, the go toe to toe with the giant.
This is
they were trying really hard to have like a Fallout aesthetic, and I know it's like Obsidian, right? But still,
this is my thought process on it, or it was originally. The Outer Worlds is not great, but if this gets them one step closer to making a game that is better than Fallout New Vegas, then I'll take it. A year later, Bethesda was bought by Microsoft.
They're making a lot of games between this, Avowed, and that Grounded game.
Fucking Avowed.
I forgot about Avowed.
Avowed's not real.
It might not be
probably
anymore.
True.
Avowed might just be Skyrim 2.
Yeah, that I would not be surprised if they become a support team for Elder Scrolls 6 to get that out faster.
I hope Obsidian does not get shoved into the Bethesda mines. That would be the worst outcome for them.
Okay, you call it the Bethesda mines, but like I've heard they treat their people pretty well.
Yeah, out of all the AAAs, people don't really have anything bad to say about Bethesda, and their games on launch shows that they definitely don't crunch.
And that's not a bad thing.
But here's the thing. People didn't have bad things to say about Bethesda. They are now owned by Microsoft. Things will change.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I mean,
Microsoft is going to be a little bit more strict with Bethesda, saying you need this to have this game out. You need to have Starfield out by 2022. Not 2026.
November 11th, 2022.
That is true. They have a release date.
Which is pretty crazy to
bold.
Have it that far out.
That's bold. A year and a half out to give off your release date.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Do you think you are Square Enix?
We'll get to them.
Forza 5.
Car game.
They showed a lot of this.
It's Forza Horizon 5 specifically.
Forza Horizon.
Which, this game looks pretty. This game looks cool. Can't wait to play it.
Comes out November 9th. It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. And the last thing they showed was a teaser from a new game developed by Arcane Studios, called
Arcane Austin specifically, the Prey devs.
Oh, it is them. Okay, I wasn't sure about that.
Yes.
It is Redfall. Redfall is a 4-player co-op player versus enemy game where you shoot vampires and have quirky dialogue. As far as we know, it was.
Now they said it was also single player.
Oh, did they?
Set in Massachusetts.
I think they did.
Left 4 Dead is technically single player.
And they also Phil Spencer called it an immersive sim.
What?
So I want to believe that this will be good.
I like some of the character designs, and conceptually I'm like, cool, so hopefully it's good.
Prey 2017, a lot of people really like it. I'm just hoping Arcane can do a little better next time.
It's set in Massachusetts too, so
yeah, that's cool. And like if Vampire Masquerade 2 isn't gonna come out, so if Arcane can make a vampire RPG instead, that'll be all right.
That's all I have to.
No, wait, do you play as vampires,
no,
or
you play
are you like a vampire?
You play vampire.
All right, actually, I'm kind of into that. I'm kind of in. I'd rather be killing vampires, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else to say about Microsoft?
Nope. Moving on to Squeenix.
Before we do that,
Squeenix?
I need to step out for a second, and I want to talk about this. So
just don't say anything. That's fine.
No, I need to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I have to shit.
We can talk about Guardians of the rest of the conference. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy. I was not watching the Squeenix conference. You watched it, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, Tabby doesn't.
No,
Tabby
fuck Tabby.
Out.
I'm leading this podcast right now. She's gonna make it take too long. Anyway,
I get to skip past it and then we can come back to it.
Let's just do it. Come on, it's fine.
I learned from the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer that there are choices that matter in Star-Lord's campaign. You can pick one or two. I'm gonna siding with Tabby. Okay. I'm gonna skip past Guardians for now.
Okay,
sure. It's taking a lot of effort, but I'm
Fantasy
gonna do it.
Pixel remaster then.
Yes. So this was probably the most exciting thing at Square Enix show
end.
for me. No, definitely still the most exciting thing at Square Enix's show for me.
Really?
Yes. I am that fucked. You show me Final Fantasy IV, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
But it's a PC port.
Well, that's the problem. Is that it was really cool for a second, and then they showed that it was Steam and mobile, and I got mad. And it also doesn't have a release date at all.
Yeah, coming soon.
Oh my fucking god! Fuck this conference. This conference sucked so bad.
For those who don't know, this is Final Fantasy 1 through 6 being remastered. They look pretty good.
They're getting new pixel. It's getting new pixel art.
Yeah.
It's all a unified style taken from an art book that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
The pixels are the sprites are being done by the same lady who did a lot of the sprite work in the early Final Fantasy games. This it has like a unified style going for it. So what I mean by that is like sprites from Final Fantasy 1 wouldn't look out of place in say Final Fantasy 5. And I think overall it looks good. However, 6 especially, I think doesn't. The original sprites look a little better because of the tone of Final Fantasy 6 is a little more darker than the other games. So the harsh shading or darker shading on those sprites I think matched the game better than the ones for the remaster. But it is leaps and bounds better than the mobile ports from a few years ago. So I really can't complain. And
you can complain, and you should complain though, because these really should have come out on Switch.
I mean the aesthetics of the game.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
This
but yes, this is bullshit that this is only on PC and mobile. It actually makes me mad.
This needed to have a Switch port. I just do not understand who
what's fucked about this
Squeenix?
Is that these games aren't on the Switch yet.
No.
Whereas 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 are. Like you can play those ones. You can't play the classic Final Fantasies that were on Nintendo consoles on the new Nintendo console. It sucks. It sucks so bad. I'm pissed again. I'm pissed. Guess what? I'm pissed. I'm pissed that these are only... They better fucking port these.
Did you watch Rocco's reaction to...
Yes. Steam and... It is literally my exact reaction.
Yeah.
He's like, Steam and mobile?
He's like, I will take these 1 through 6, released on anything, released anywhere. And then he sees it's like,
It's like, actually, never mind.
What's up with the Legend of Mana remastered? It looks like this is an animated trailer, so we don't know anything about it.
No, it's coming out later this month. It showed what?
Have we seen it though?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's footage in this trailer, or if there isn't, then
it's just the opening.
Maybe
movie.
there isn't footage.
Yeah.
But we have seen. They have shown like gameplay of this, and it looks good. It's the PS1 Mana game. I've never played it.
And what is Near Reincarnation? Is this a re-release as well?
So ignoring the fucking Marvel shit, the next couple of games.
This is a phone game.
Yeah, the next 5 games are mobile games that I don't care about at all.
So we're
not
skip those as well. Yeah, Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
Cool.
Based. Life is Strange True Colors. I'm an Empath.
Empath. The legendary Tectonic Empire picture. Link in the show notes.
The Final Fantasy Isekai game.
Oh, do we not want to talk about Babylon's Fall?
Wait, what's that? Oh, I don't. What is that?
Past it. Babylon's Fall is the platinum game.
Oh, I didn't see anything about this.
With
What's up with this?
So Babylon's Fall was shown off at this show. It is a co-op live service platinum game, and no, I'm sorry, but it does not look good.
This is Astral Chain, but bad.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, so it's Astral Chain.
It's no comment. The I don't know, man. Like this game just like it wasn't doing anything for me at all, and I don't think the YouTube compression was helping it. But
say it with
still,
me, watchers. Like, Babylon's Fall is insipid.
It's really as soon as they said it was live service, that was when I really checked out.
Yeah.
It's like I can forgive like a game looking kind of ugly, but like I'm so allergic to these fucking
just a
bullshit
reminder,
online grind fests.
Just a reminder to you about when we played Fallout 70, or we were talking about Fallout 76 shutting down. You are at fault when you lose money on these because you bought cosmetics and like progression in a game that's going to get shut down because live service games will not last forever.
Yep. Watch Ross Scott's video.
Yep.
On Games as a Service.
Fraud. Games as a Service is a scam. You should not buy into it. It doesn't matter if your favorite like company is making it. Like you are actively making video games worse if you're like buying them and playing them.
Speaking of making video games worse, let's talk about Marvel. Now that Tabby's back.
It's Marvel,
oh,
baby.
Fuck. Dude, I was just going to skip. Oh, you're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, yeah, sure. Guardians of the rest of the conference.
Guardians of 35
Yeah. So for
context...
context, this Square Enix conference started with a Guardians of the Galaxy reveal trailer that had like some gameplay, some cinematics and stuff. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. It's Eidos's new game. Comes out this year. That's great. And then they had a developer interview. It's like, okay, all right. Talking about the game a little bit more, showing some the same footage that we already saw. And
they had
then,
a deep dive too.
And then they fucking showed a full like 15 minutes of gameplay. And I'm like, as this is happening, I'm like, dude, pick 2. You don't get to do all 3 unless you're like
My favorite comment.
Unless you're like fucking Smash or something. I don't like fuck.
My favorite comment I saw on Twitter was, "I don't get why they're releasing this game. They already did a full Let's Play on Twitch."
Yeah.
That's pretty mean. Like the game looked okay.
No, it didn't. That game looks
it was
bad.
single player.
That game looks awful.
It was single player,
Yeah,
so
okay,
I
the
wasn't
one
immediately
game-
allergic to it.
the one game that would work best with multiplayer, because like it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's inherently like a multi-person group, and how they like vibe off each other. They made single player. They made the Avengers game the fucking games as a service.
It's a multi-user dungeon.
The gas.
We put muds in.
Yeah. No.
I made a game with muds in it.
Listen, I was not watching the Squeenix conference because I was still sleeping at this point, but I saw Twitter for it, and I saw people were mad about Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, Tabby.
Yeah.
Hey, Tabby. Let me tell you where we're at right now.
Yeah.
What do you know about chaos?
Chaos.
I'm here to kill chaos.
Chaos
Stranger
posting.
of Paradise. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Oranges.
This game was leaked like a little while before there were rumors talking about this game.
That leak then.
Yeah.
So,
well, we only knew like the title and that Team Ninja was making like a Souls-esque Final Fantasy game. This is not what I don't think this is what anyone expected when they heard that.
So the camera pans in, it shows Team Ninja, and then we see like Eminem with a nose scar standing in like
Jack,
modern clothes.
You mean Jack and his friends Ash and
Twink?
Yeah.
No, Ash is Twink.
Ninja?
I don't remember who the black guy's name is.
Regardless, they show these like people who are in like modern clothes standing in front of gate. He's like, I'm here to kill chaos.
I'm here to kill chaos.
People went ballistic.
Chaos posting has ensued.
I will say, Square Enix's show sucked my balls. They gave us the best meme of E3, hands down.
Yeah.
I don't.
This game is like a shit post. It is so like it like had like a demo or something. I still haven't fucking gotten around to playing it, but
you can play
my brothers say it's pretty good.
You can play it.
Yeah, the demo was like corrupted.
Yeah, you couldn't play it for a couple of days.
So I beat it.
All right. So what do you think?
This is really good.
Okay.
See, like that's the fucked part. Is that
so
if
everybody was complaining, and if you look at the main character Jack, that like why is he just in jeans and a t-shirt in this? And it's because it is a Souls game, and you very quickly just like kill enemies and get your
armor,
fantasy armor.
And you get I want to like highlight this because this happened today, and people were like, or yesterday, and people were like really mad about it, and I don't know why. Kotaku put out an article.
Oh.
And it was
I saw this.
Ian Walker, and the title of the article was Final Fantasy Origins Normie Fuckboy Scores More Stylish Gear as You Play. And people were fucking mad at him for writing that as the title. I'm like, that's
Did you read the article?
No.
Well, like the excerpts I saw from this article made it seem like he was very upset about this game.
Really?
Yeah. Just read some snippets, because again, like that's a funny headline, but but when you read like the snippets, it makes it seem like bitter.
Looks complete.
Like this guy had like a sister who had an ex-boyfriend who was Jack and wanted to kill chaos.
I'm looking at this, and it just seems like he's mad that he's in like normal like clothes, and then he's like, well, you can make him look like a real Final Fantasy character. That's what it seems like.
This franchise is bad because it's no longer exactly how it was when my parents were still together.
So I'm gonna say there's a lot of Jack defenders on my Twitter timeline, and I do want to say that I want to push back a little and say that I would like Final Fantasy to have more fantasy stuff. Now this is a spin-off, and it's fine, whatever. It's Final Fantasy 16.
Was
seems like it's
this not good enough for you?
Noctis had a fucking Lamborghini
And a
Yeah,
motorcycle.
it's cool.
so and a motorcycle. So
monster.
no,
He was also a prince. That's kind of fantasy.
I wouldn't know. I never played that fucking game.
Like the most fantasy part of real life, England.
I only watched Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood, the anime tie-in.
England is basically real life fantasy, so
Yeah, Noctis, very, very British looking man.
So the other,
right
regardless,
there.
I guess this guy is like annoyed at the outfits or something. But like in this article, I just the amount of like anger that I see posted at this, I'm just like, this is kind of unwarranted.
Well, it is a crap Taku article.
Yeah, I guess so. I saw people who were like, do they let anyone write anything for Kotaku now? And I'm like, what do you?
They've been saying that for years.
I know,
look,
but like,
I want to talk about not this crap talk.
Chaos.
But chaos. No, but in the renders, I can't find the article. I was trying to find it. They have official character renders of the three main characters, and they're all in generic like e-boy clothes, essentially.
yeah,
Yeah, because isn't there? Is
they're
it like a
normie
rumor
fuckboy
still?
fits.
The thought.
Yeah, then they're normie fuckboys, but isn't it like a theory that this game is like some sort of isekai?
From the verbiage that's like in interviews or like in these articles and Stranger of Paradise, people are thinking it's an isekai because Jack is in, like, they say Jack's goal is to kill Chaos.
Chaos.
And seemingly you
Chaos
kill
is a
Chaos
guy,
before.
by the way.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
Anyone who is unaware of Final Fantasy 1 lore, the final spoilers, by the way, the final boss is this game actually spoils Final Fantasy 1, but the final boss is Chaos, a guy called Chaos who is actually Garland, who is the first boss of the game. It's like an epic twist.
Garlemald is
so
the fucking FF14
if you-
location.
Gargamel is the Smurfs guy.
No,
Is this like-
Garlemald is an FF14 location.
Does Final Fantasy 1 spoil Stranger of Paradise then? Like,
Well, this
that
game-
means
It might.
you can't kill Chaos if Final Fantasy 1 min kills Chaos.
This takes place in alternate universe.
Shit. Hey, you
Are
don't
you
know
sure
that.
about that?
Yes.
Well, this could be a tie-in the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and we don't know that.
Oh fuck.
Oh
you.
yeah, dude. Fuck you.
You
You know who would fit in this
you
cast?
laugh, but you know some freaks would think that's really cool.
Just because Nomura's
You know-
like, producing it doesn't mean it's a tie into FF7R. It means it's a tie
It
into
does.
I know. I do think it's annoying when people are just like, Nomura's ruined it again, when it's probably like he just drew a guy for
I
it.
hate anti-Nomura heads. Like, I know I'm gonna get pointed and be like
He's fine.
like Nomura fan, but at the same time, it's like
I think he's a visionary.
he's good at what he
An
does.
auteur, if you will.
Just because you don't like Kingdom Hearts and you don't like what happened with Final Fantasy VII doesn't mean he's like bad at making video games.
I'll say this: he's one of the only fucking people at Square Enix that could ship a game for several years.
Yeah, the reason the reason his games weren't getting shipped were because of other people at Square Enix.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, with this cast of characters, you could put like Dante from DMC the DMC in
You
this
definitely
cast,
could.
and he would fit in like a fucking glove. Like Jack would be like, "I'm here to kill Chaos," and Dante would be like, "Fuck you,
Fuck you.
I'm here to kill Chaos. Refuses to explain
look a day
further.
over 12,000.
Leaves.
So here's a juxtaposition then, or like a compare and contrast, because the DMC came out at a time when there were no Devil May Cry games, and this was it. So people were mad. This game is coming out at a time when we're getting plenty of Final Fantasy games, and people are still kind of mad, but they're mostly fine with it. That's my position. Like, this game, if it's not your cup of tea, you got some other Final Fantasy shit to look forward to, especially if you have a Steam account or a mobile account. Then you can play the old Final Fantasy games.
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we need. More re-releases of Final Fantasy IV.
I was glowing. There's actually a pinned comment on my on my After Years video talking about another port for FF4.
I'm gonna say it before we get to the big one that talks about it. Tectonic won E3.
Tectonic definitely won E3. Although I feel like we should have brought that up when it was applicable.
No.
Yeah.
I guess
we'll let the audience.
remasters are.
We'll let the audience sit on that and figure out why did Tectonic.
I
win
mean,
E3?
if the audience knows how E3 works, they know Tectonic. You've just said it. But regardless, that's it for Squeenix pretty much. Do you have anything to say about Life is Strange, by the way, Tabby? We talked about that while you're gone.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about Life is Strange, but not in this
Okay,
podcast.
you have 10 words.
Dude, I'm an empath.
You counted the syllables.
I see emotions. Aren't I quirky?
I am cringe.
Aren't I quirky? All right, very cool. Warner Brothers Games. This
It's
was
more
like a
it was
30-minute Back
just
for
Back
Blood
for
like
Blood.
talk. It was a
Back
30.
for one, it was a waste of time.
It was a gigantic waste of time, and I sat there and watched it.
I didn't.
Now, are you ready to take a voyage with me, Tectonic?
Can we please skip this, please?
No.
No. To-
Ugh.
Do you know Day
Okay.
9?
I actually had never seen Day 9 in real life until now.
Did you know that Day 9 is a captain?
Hey, do you want to hear my impression of an overlord?
Sure.
Wow. No, that's a Day 9 bit.
Did you
Okay.
guys know that that MechWarrior 5 Mercenary sponsored the PC gaming show, and you
Oh.
need to go to www.mechwarrior.com
Hey,
and
if
get
you
your
didn't-
new PC pack or whatever?
If you didn't know, okay, so I wanna like paint this picture for you. You're watching the PC gaming show. You're like, oh, they'll probably show something. You know, it's got Day 9. And what you're greeted with is a flying graphics card called like the Dogecoin Miner 9000.
What?
The SS Doge.
I didn't
Yeah, it was
saw
the
it.
Yeah,
SS
they
Doge.
started it with a Dogecoin bit.
I
I,
didn't
completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because the thing was sponsored by
Evil.
Nvidia, I believe.
Absolutely vile.
And so they fly in on a ship that looks like a graphics card called the Doge Lord or something. I don't know. Already, I am out of my soul has left my body at this moment. And then
it really just like this is what we're in for.
they come in and they reveal their like cast of characters, and this is that like quirky shit where like they're trying to do
They
what
think they're really
Devolver was
funny.
doing, and they think they're very funny, and it's just like really, really not funny. And they have this cast of characters. There's like a robot. There's Day 9. There's I can't remember her
Gillette
name.
Fusion bot?
No, because
it was
Mech Warrior 5 also sponsored this. They were giving away a Mech Warrior themed PC.
you
That
had to
looked
vote in the chat.
that looked
for which,
ugly, that looked
Exclamation mark.
ugly as shit. By the way, all of them
it
looked
did.
very
It
ugly.
was very extra and like
Did it have a
Yeah.
did it
Gaudy.
have a 3090 in it?
I don't know. It was just the tower, or I think it was just the case,
No,
right?
I think they were selling like I think they're giving away a PC.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, this is set. This is set up so that there's a person in the ship, a person in a mech that has been modeled by Mech Warriors 5, and they're just like walking around, like pointed faces at them, and that's all they
So
do.
bad.
They just hang out there and talk, and then they keep cutting between this ship and like the E3 showroom, so they're just breaking continuity in their bad joke constantly. It was really rough. Anyway, the
But
video
did they
games
show
they
any video
showed.
games?
They showed video games. Give me a second here. So, yeah, they showed a couple things. I don't know if they showed anything that was like new to us because we had already seen Naraka Blade Point. Had we seen Dodgeball Academia?
I don't think so.
It's a dodgeball game.
It's all right.
Go buy Video Ball on Steam.
They did show
Yeah,
some
Video Ball, the hit game made by what the fuck is his Action Button? Action Button Entertainment.
Made by @108 on Twitter.
Yeah, please come on our podcast.
I was watching or at least like a recap of it.
Yeah.
And they did show off
No,
some
you weren't.
things. Oh, well, by recap I mean E3recap.com.
Yeah, this is
Reddit recap.
This is, I mean, yeah, they did show off some things. We saw some stuff from like Dying Light 2. Um, the announcer, what was this guy's name? He was talking about Dying Light 2 staying human, and he was like, you need to remember that, like, while they are dead, we want to paint them in a more humanly light. It's you need to remember to be compassionate about the zombies.
Oh yeah, he did say it. Didn't we have a funny? Didn't someone make a epic quip at that?
I don't know, but it was a lot of this guy talking and not a lot of the thing. We got a December 7th.
This game comes out this year, by the way.
Yeah, December 7th release date. And you can pre-order it now to get a backpack and a shirt and an axe.
Like a real backpack and shirt and axe?
No, in the game. So
made of the finest canvas in the land.
Humankind is like a Sid Meier's esque game, Sid Meier's Civilization esque game that was showed off. It had a fully modeled version of one of the presenters of the PC game show as a character that you played against in the demo.
What?
Yeah. Very weird.
Oh, it's on Stadia.
Yeah, Stadia, Luma, all your favorite consoles.
Yeah, wait, play against Frankie's avatar.
Yeah, Frankie was the person in the Mech Warrior 5 mech in the conference. I don't know her name. I don't know like what she does or who she is, but Frankie Muniz. Yeah, it's very weird. Let's see. They released Orcs Must Die 3.
Apparently, this was a Stadia game. I didn't know that.
What?
Yes.
Humankind?
Orcs Must Die 3.
Oh.
It was Stadia exclusive. Now it is not.
God.
Windows. Oh,
so now
okay,
people will play it.
I just look at Day 9 and I get sad.
Why? He's clearly got a pretty cushy gig.
Day 9.
He's a StarCraft guy, right?
Yeah, I used to watch the Day 9 daily every single day.
Yeah, Day 9's sick. Listen,
seems like he's doing well.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing. They always run.
Audience at home, just go ahead, look at Day 9 now, and then go type in Day 9 trumpets, and just look at him then. Look how much life he had in his eyes.
Yeah. They Always Run was a game that had like a really gross 2D trailer for the beginning of it, and then it like cut to like really good 2D pixel art like action platformer game. And I'm like, oh yes, why did you show the 2D? That made the game look worse. But this looks pretty cool. It's got like a large variety of environments, and it's got that grungy 2D pixel look that we will talk about a lot. That's really good.
Yeah, well, it gets a little less good the more games you see with it.
There was exclusive trailer for Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
This will come out before the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
What is the Swan Song?
We didn't see it. It was like a cutscene trailer. It's just
because
it's supposed to come out this year.
A lot of these Vampire the Masquerade games that come out are choose your own adventure games.
It says genre RPG.
We saw there's a multiplayer one in the works too.
That's
I know
the
that.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, that's not a choose your own adventure.
Gigabash. We saw a little bit. We saw like a bunch of gameplay of that. It's like an arena brawler almost. It looks fun. You get to break cities up. It's like
I saw this
3D
Rampage.
This looks all
right.
Yeah, I know. You watched the whole PC gaming show with me, Tech.
Isn't Gigabash just like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this. Yeah.
It looks a little more like cartoony and goofy, but it has the same like sort of viewpoint. It's just a little more zoomed out. I don't know if I'd say vibe. It looks a lot more. Yeah, you can move a lot more than you can destroy all monsters. You're literally playing as a fucking tank in that game. So
the next game that I want to talk about is Lemnis Gate, made by Ratloop Games Canada. This game, if you just watched the trailer, you would think it looks like a bad first-person shooter. But they go on to explain what the game is about. And it's like So you have like a multitude of characters at your disposal, and you have turns, and it's you play versus another player, and you say, hey, I'm gonna have my character run forward, and he's going to set up like like a barricade so that he could like shoot somebody that comes forward. All right, and then the next person will take their turn, and they'll have their person go over and throw a grenade behind that barricade, and then the next person, the other person gets their turn back, and they get to iterate on that. So it's like the grenade kills the guy, but in order to stop that, he has his guy like snipe the guy with the grenade. So, and you keep taking turns until you get to the end, and it's this iterative like back and forth of like a first person shooter, like a turn based first person shooter, where
It's
like
like-
you
the gameplay
create
is a
the
first-person
scenario.
shooter, but like you have a limited amount of actions
Yes.
you can do. Oh, interesting.
You yeah, and you have like
That's
different
kinda
characters.
cool.
It's really
it's like,
interesting.
It's
and
like
you
an
would not-
improv exercise.
Yes, it's like an improv exercise. It's like
yes,
a back and forth, and you
and-
watch the scenario play out at the end.
Fuck
And-
you.
Like if you watch this like trailer by itself, you wouldn't fucking know that at all.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
They
Yeah,
did
it's
a
a pretty
very
bad
bad
trailer.
job of explaining what the game was with the trailer. Because it sounds really cool, but then like I watched the trailer and I'm like, wow, this looks not that good. But yeah, no, this is something that's like on my radar. It's really funny that the genres are listed as arena shooter, FPS, turn-based strategy. It's coming out August 3rd, just in time for my birthday.
Wait.
Yeah. Okay. We got a lot more of this.
Yeah,
PC
there's a lot of
gaming
PC
show.
gaming show. I don't care about Next Space Rebels, so we can skip that. That Wartales. This was like the CRPG that we were watching, and me, you, and the Australian man were just like, man, you know, if you were into CRPGs, you would probably be sitting here like, oh my god, dude. But like, I'm just not.
Yeah,
so.
the Australian man was just like, it would be like, or CRPG fans would be like, this is the greatest game ever made.
And we're just like sitting there watching like two dudes poke
It's like-
each other with a spear. It's like-
He said that just as like the guy like walked forward, stabbed, then stopped.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, man, what is his path of radiance?
Yes.
It looked fine.
Yeah. Do any of these games? Do you remember any of these games by any chance?
I remember
Zach?
Ixion because there was that cinematic trailer where Elon Musk guy was talking about how human race is progressed, and then the moon exploded, and I know nothing about the game besides
Yeah.
that. It looked cool, I guess.
Yeah. Lakeburg Legacies, was that like princess simulator game? Kinda.
Oh, this game. I don't know.
What's that one game where you like make a princess?
Princess Maker?
Yeah, Princess. It's kind of like Princess Maker, but like
It's a
more
platformer.
in depth. No,
They
it's
did the meme. They did the meme in this game.
the mafia.
the guy-
like
No, the guy looks over at the other lady while his
yes,
girl like freaks out. Yeah, very funny, guys.
Killing Floor 2 DLC. Love to see
Don't
Killing,
care.
Killing Floor. Mech Warrior 5. We're not going to talk about it. Silt.
Yeah, they so this game looked alright.
Yeah. So this is like a limbo type game.
This is for all those. This is Limbo with thalassophobia.
Yeah. So the idea is that you're like this underwater scuba man, and there are like creatures around. Like it starts you out, and you have like a chain attached to you, and you have to take control of a piranha, and it bites the chains and breaks them. So the whole thing is just taking advantage of like creatures around you and having them help you get through an area. So it's very much, and also like the whole game is like it's all silhouettes. It's very like Limbo like. It looks interesting. Not my bag. I like my platformers to be a little bit faster.
I like my platformers to not be very cinematic. Thank you.
Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Fuck off. We're not talking about this.
There were a lot of dinosaur games. That's all I'm saying. That's all I
The
want to say.
future. We haven't gotten to the future gaming show. That's where all the dinosaur
There
games
were
are.
a lot of
Can we
dinosaur
just-
games.
Okay.
What?
Can we speed it up? There's a lot of games here.
No. Solstice.
No, Tabby, we have to talk about the PC gaming show.
Solstice looks really cool. Do you guys
Hey,
want
they showed
Solstice?
New Blood too. You skip New Blood.
What? New Blood? Yeah, but it's like a supercut, so I don't remember what was in it.
New Blood has their important.
Just all the games in the supercut was good. They didn't have a release date for Faith 3, and I'm pissed.
Their important game though is at the very end.
Yeah, but Solstice is like it's like an action like hack and slash game, like 3D, and you have like a little soul hanging over your head. It's really cool looking.
Stephanie Justin is working on it.
Who?
Yeah.
The Quiet from MGS5.
Yeah.
I follow her on Twitter.
Of course you do.
And she was posting about the game. Don't say of course I do.
Yeah, there was a Warhammer 40k Demon Hunters game. It's Grey Knights.
Yes. That's the Demon Hunter.
It's based or cringe.
Full. I mean, they're not the only Demon Hunters. I mean,
no, but they're specifically the Demon
Ordo
Hunter.
Malleus.
Like that.
Yeah.
Damon.
Anyway, regardless, yeah. So it's Grey Knights. Grey Knights suck. Full cinematic trailer, August 2021, just in time for my birthday.
You just consider
why do they suck?
August.
Don't answer that.
Grey Knights fucking are sick.
Don't answer that.
Shut up, no.
I don't want to actually want. No, I want to know nothing about Warhammer. We're talking about Pioneer. Pioneer. That's the other Stalker game.
Yeah, that's the other Stalker game.
Oh.
Where we saw a lot of pre-alpha footage of the game that looked very good, but as we all know,
it did actually look. This one did look kind of neat.
Yeah. Obviously, it's like Stalker. It's all in Russian. The entire game is in Russian, and it looks cool, but it's pre-alpha, so who the fuck knows what it's going to look like in 2 years? Yeah,
the guns look really weird.
Yeah, they look funky.
Or they look like tin cans.
I'm watching this trailer right now. And this is sick.
Yeah. Give it while we fucking blitz through bullshit like Arborea. Who cares?
Yeah, Arborea looked bad. I'm not going to talk about it. Tinykin looks good. It's like you're a small man. It's got that 2D character and 3D aesthetic. You've gotten shrunken and you're controlling little Pikmin-esque people.
I don't even remember this.
This game looks really fun.
This game's cute.
I like Pikmin, so what can I say?
It's like this is like Pikmin and Chibi Robo.
Yeah,
because it's in like the small
tiny aesthetic.
Yeah, this game looks cool.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
Yeah, Sacrifier. That was a game that had
it's time.
Okay.
Yes, Sacrifier was like it was like a JRPG, right? And it's in the HD 2D aesthetic. Yeah. Would you call this insipid, Null?
No, I think this game looks sick because it has really cool like battle cutscenes.
Okay.
Like the animations look really cool.
So yeah, this game did look pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the character art. I think it looks kind of generic looking, but this is a Kickstarter game, which is like, okay, fair enough. But I saw snippets of the developer discussing this game and about how he said the perfect things to just get me mad specifically. And they were saying stuff like, yeah, we took out all of that stupid JRPG stuff where you have to grind all the time. Don't you just hate that shit? You don't have to grind at all in our games. Literally like a light flipped off in my fucking head and I went ballistic.
I don't know. You're selling the game to me. So
anyone who says you have to grind in JRPGs is wrong.
It's fucking annoying because it just comes across as like, okay, so you don't play JRPGs. All right, that's fine. Like, just say you don't play them.
Yeah.
Because that's what that tells me is that because fucking all right, I'm playing Digital Devil Saga now. You know how much grinding I've had to do in Digital Devil Saga?
0.
How much?
Practically nothing.
Yeah, but isn't that game like the easy one?
No.
I've heard it's the easy one.
Oh, all right, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I didn't have to fucking grind in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Xavier had to grind.
Xavier played on hard mode. I didn't play on hard mode. I never had to grind I'm sorry, Final Fantasy X.
I don't know who this Xavier is.
I watched you grind in one of the 2D Final Fantasy games.
I did grind at the end of Final Fantasy IV for like a half hour or an hour. I will say that.
I watched AJ play a Dragon Quest game where he got to the final boss of the game and he had to go back and grind, so he quit.
That's Dragon Quest 11, right? I haven't played that one.
I'm just saying, like,
but-
you cannot deny that this is a JRPG thing.
Yes, there. All right, so there is grinding in JRPGs, but what I'm saying is that like it hasn't really been. It's overblown. It's overblown. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that like people seem to think that like grinding and JRPGs are inseparable. That all JRPGs require grinding, and you're like a messiah if you've made a JRPG that doesn't have grinding. When so many don't. It's annoying. It really is just like it's like people coming into your house and it's like this looks like shit. My house is way cooler. It's like get the fuck out.
No, I mean that is like one of my big complaints with JRPGs is that I don't like the grinding that is involved in a lot of them. Or not, I don't know if a lot of them, but it feels like a good amount of them do have points where like progression is locked behind grinding. So, I mean, I don't know.
So
that's all I have to say about this.
I'm looking at the Sacrifier trailer. I agree. The game does look cool, especially in battle.
Yes.
However, I hate the dialogue portrait.
That's what I was saying. I don't like the art. I don't like the
art.
Dialogue portraits. I don't think they look very good.
The 2D
Motoi Sakuraba's
sprites.
doing the soundtrack too, which is good.
Yeah.
Also, seemingly this like church that's in the beginning is like very clearly a 3D model background, and it does not look like pixel art at all. But then the rest of the game does.
I don't know.
Again, I don't think the game looks bad at all.
Yeah.
I just did not like what I was hearing the developer say
I'm
about the
looking
game.
at it looks like a lot of the backgrounds aren't like hand drawn pixel. It looks like a lot of them are 3D with like maybe like a certain filter on them.
All right, we'll talk to
but
me about
regardless,
Icarus.
also,
the
one
first
more thing
person's-
about Sacrifier. They need to change their logo. It's completely unreadable. All right. Anyway.
It is bad, yeah. Like Sacrifier.
I don't know anything about it.
They're not gonna change it.
Mecha Jammer. This looked interesting. It's once again it's that grimy 2 pixel aesthetic. So I'm just like, oh, that's interesting.
Grimy pixel aesthetic that elicits the that
Catch
looks
me.
cool like
Catch-
knee jerk reaction.
Catch me.
I swear, guys.
Catch me next
just
year when we
watching
hate
this
this
live.
aesthetic.
No, I don't hate it, but
No, catch me next year when we hate it.
oh, well, that's what I was about to say is that I already do hate it, but I don't. I don't hate
okay.
it. This looks good,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely tired of seeing it.
Yeah. We talked about the Wandering Village last week. Is a good one. This game, I want to play this solely based on its name. This game has like
Death
a Tim
Trash.
Rogers name. Fucking Death Trash.
Another dingy pixel art aesthetic game. It even has a similar perspective to that other game we were just talking about that I already forget the name of. But yeah, no, this game looks cool. It's coming out this year. It's early access,
Yeah,
August 5th, just in time
this-
for your birthday.
Yeah, just in time for my birthday. This game is like very like it's doing that aesthetic, and also it's like kind of hopping on the fucking isometric action RPG that's popular right now. So it's just like
Yeah.
I like how it looks.
The Hades likes.
The Hades likes, yes. I like how it looks. I don't want to play it based on the fact that it's kind of like jumping on a bandwagon. However, it's called Death Trash.
That's a powerful name.
Like, it's pretty sick. What else? Citizen Sleeper, more like I Am Sleeping.
Resident
Project
Sleeper.
No, I was gonna make that joke. Fuck you. However, no,
Project
we're all so
Warlock.
smart.
no, I want to talk about Song of Conquest.
Oh, okay. I was gonna skip that
because
Oh, this game is actually
this
Resident
looks
Sleeper.
really cool. It's a
what is this like? HeroClix?
no. So it's
No, this is Gormiti.
no. It's a city builder that you have to send like your dudes out
With a-
to do exploration, and it's hexagonal tactics for all the combat.
Oh, do you want to know the exact joke I made when I saw this trailer?
Sure.
I can't wait for the Seth review.
Yeah.
This
It looks a little too well. Nah, actually, I was gonna say it looks too high fantasy, but he fucking played Might and Magic, so
this game looks.
what do
cool.
I know?
This is my second favorite.
Yeah, it looks all right. It's it's being made by Deep Block Deep Rock Galactic devs, right?
Lava Potion?
Or like
Yeah.
the same publisher?
Yes.
Coffee Stain?
Coffee Stain. Yes. It's going to
Yeah.
be good. It is made by that and like that one factory.
you're right, no,
game
it does
that I
look like
can't
Hero
remember the name
Code.
of.
The studio is called Lava Potion that's making it.
Yeah.
They've got...
The Coffee Stain is...
This is a lot of
whatever, fuck it,
European
never mind.
in these names.
True. Project Warlock 2.
This was cool.
Yeah.
This is a boomer
This is a cool
shooter.
announcement.
It looks good. It looks great. Play this game.
Project
Play the first
Warlock
one.
was one of the first boomer shooters to like come out, I think.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's getting a sequel.
Yeah. It looks
Admittedly,
cool.
I didn't know it was a sequel until the trailer ended. I thought it was like a multiplayer like thing for
Yeah.
Warlock. But whatever. This is nice. It's a Kickstarter game though,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know about that because like Project Warlock was pretty successful. So do you really need a Kickstarter for?
Is it successful?
I think it is. I mean, people, I at least by word of mouth, people know about it, which which usually translates to some sort of success. Like I knew it was Project Warlock before I saw the title.
Bought Project Warlock on sale because it's like consistent.
Even
it's
still.
like consistently like $3 or $4.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they're still making a decent amount of money on it. The thing with indie games is that they kick back. Like it's the long dollar versus the short penny or whatever. I don't know how that goes, but and the last thing that I have to talk about really is Gloomwood is like a stealth survival horror game.
It's an immersive sim.
What is it called? Thiefwithguns.com?
Yes, thiefwithguns.com. It's an immersive sim, specifically.
Yes, it's...
That is from the words of Dylan
I
Rogers.
actually never played Thief.
I've only played the first Thief.
This looks good. Yeah.
Well, Thief, like, this is, like, definitely way more horror and inventory management than Thief was.
From what little I know about Thief, it can get pretty spooky.
I mean, I played...
but inventory management is fair enough.
I played Thief. Like, this is very clearly like that with a survival horror spin-off.
Yeah, they took the inventory system from RE4 and put it in here, which I'm cool with. I mean, this game looks cool.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah, Thief with Guns.
I've been following this game.
New Blood killing it as usual.
I've been following this game since its inception, and I'm very excited for when it eventually comes out.
Can't wait for the Civi bit.
Yeah, and then they have the gall to end this showcase on a fucking like story note that's like the robots are taking over. Find out more next year at the PC Gaming Show.
No,
I thought that because they were setting up this like robot thing that's talking to Day 9, like going rogue. Poor naive tech thought that they were setting up some sort of big reveal for the System Shock remake release date.
Yeah.
Because that game still doesn't have one. It's still summer 2021. Silly me. I thought this was going to end on a video game.
So yeah, that's it. Future Game Show. We also watched this. We're gonna really skim through this because
I like was passing out. I was dead.
Eldest Souls.
Dude,
is
that name
the most that is the most rip off of Dark Souls. Like, listen,
watch this trailer. Watch this trailer
Souls
right
like
now.
Okay. This is like Souls clone.
I'm watching.
They have aped the bit.
All right,
they
like. Oh no!
Like Eldest, what you need to know is that the name, we didn't know this name until the end of the trailer. So like you
can't start a trailer.
We're going through this.
We're sitting here with this trailer, and it's like this feels a lot like the opening cutscene to Dark Souls 1.
You can't.
And then literally, like the fucking humans start walking, like when Gwyn creates the first flame. It's the exact same.
Yes, they rise up and kill the gods of the land and become the new lords. And then
you can't start an atmospheric game trailer with "in the beginning" because that's just Dark Souls. I'm sorry, you've lost that.
In the beginning, there was darkness. Anyway, and then they show this character with Guts' sword, and then it fucking pops on the screen. Eldest Souls. Fucking Elden Ring? Eldest Souls?
It's the exact plot of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Who makes this? Fallen Flag? tell me about Fallen Flag, Tabby, while I talk more about this.
I'm watching this trailer.
Is
sorry.
Okay. Enlisted is a game that I downloaded. It is like It's like a 100.
It's a World War II
It's like a 100 person like World War very like semi World War II like multiplayer game. It was fun. You control a squad. You can tell them to do things, and it was all right. However, it was a little bit like a little bit janky, but it was all right. That's all I have to say about it.
They showed Sonic Colors Ultimate, and it had a slight loading hitch in between areas of a zone that weren't in the Wii version. No comment. A Death Run TV. I think this looked good. I think I remember liking whatever this was. Is this one of those pixel?
Oh, this was
pixel.
This was like.
Oh yeah, this is like Smash
like
TV.
Isaac.
I remember now.
This was like fucking what's that bullet? This is like Gungeon, dude. Like this is sick.
Yeah, it's like Gungeon, but it has like a whole death game show aesthetic, Smash TV. Yeah. If anyone's ever played that, the game did look cool.
Yeah, Death Run TV looks fucking sick. Death Run TV. Also, Starmancer. It's a game where you play as like an AI on a ship. It's got that Habbo Hotel look.
Yeah, it looked alright.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Chucklefish though, which
did you guys talk about Severed Steel?
No.
Nope. What's that?
This game looks sick. It's like hyper neon movement.
Oh yeah, I did watch this.
Game.
This looks really cool.
This looks
was this
Mirror's
not
Edge with guns?
Was this not made by the Super Hot
Greylock
people?
Studio? I don't know who that is.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Looks like they only have Severed Steel.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Or Impact. Cool. What, you know Impact?
No.
Okay. Never mind then.
They showed off Chernobylite for the fourth time. They were really pushing Chernobylite.
Yeah. What's his name? Troy Baker really wanted us to get keys for Chernobylite.
Yeah, they were like giving out like keys for the beta.
This guy, the guy who's the owner of Greylock Studio, was a computer science teacher in the Arlington Public School District for 5 years, and is now making.
That's
video
awesome,
games.
Man. Happy Game. Ugh.
Happy Game is like, it is too cynical for me.
It was really try hard.
It's called Happy Game. It's obviously very like creepy. Like you walk around these like areas and get eaten by monsters or something. I don't know. This game is too cynical. I think it is. I think this game is crass. Is what I think it is.
Not insipid, crass.
It's not insipid. It's crass.
All right.
Because the thing is it does have flavor. It has a certain flavor. I just don't like that flavor.
I want to talk about the best game that we saw at the Future Games Fest, and it's Harold Halibut. No, fuck Dying Light 2. Harold Halibut. That claymation game.
Oh yeah.
That seems to be like some sort of narrative experience. This game looked really cool.
Did we talk about
it looks
that
really
other
cool.
claymation game already? Did we talk about?
We talked about it last week.
The differences between this one and I keep Deconstructor or whatever the fuck. I keep forgetting that one's name.
It's a weird name.
Vulcanite.
Yeah, but this one they have like clay figures, and then they add motion capture, or they animate them with motion capture, so it's not true claymation, but it still looks good.
Yeah, so
manages. It probably is also a lot easier to develop for. Yeah. So
this looks
I have
sick.
hope that we'll see this sooner rather than later. Yeah, I know. I like this.
Why does the
so they make the clay. They make the clay model, and then they like scan the clay model in.
Yeah.
And then
it's cool. This was like I said. This was definitely the game of the show.
Xavier
There's a guy who looks like Xavier Renegade Angel. I was literally at that part.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, very good. It's like one of those narrative. It's an adventure game. So
yeah,
you're not going to be shooting people in it.
What the real thing is the Xseed E3 update.
No.
Yeah.
We're skipping over friend of the show.
What? Who?
David Jaffe.
Oh boy. Yeah, David Jaffe showed up and
E3
talked about some stuff. We don't need to say anything. We just wanted them. It was just really like I was passed out. Like on like head and hands on desk, just like waiting for this to end. And then I hear, I forget if it was Troy Baker or Laura Bailey, but one of them was like, "We're gonna hear from one of our friends here at the Future Game Show, David Jaffe." I'm just immediately like, just like shoot up, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And there he is. He went to talk about some games, and he like drunk live on stream, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but he did.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, he was like drinking out of a whiskey bottle.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
David Jaffe's a real funny
cool.
guy.
David Jaffe, you're cool. I like you.
All right,
Come on the show.
Let me talk about Xseed now. Shadowverse game looks all right. It's a card game, obviously, but it looks all right. There was a new Story of Seasons game that looks not that good.
All right, this isn't. This is they're porting this from the Switch version. It's Friends of Mineral Town. It was a GBA game, which is really good, and I am inclined to agree. I do not think this game looks good. Like, the graphics are not great.
And then they talked about Rune Factory 5 on the Switch. Rune Factory is the better of the two series.
This Shadowverse game is based off the anime. That's why you don't like it.
Wait, I didn't say I didn't like it.
Oh, well, you don't like it because it's bad.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun. Let's see. Anything else that tickles your fancy here? That game looks bad. Project Ferocious. It has the word project in it, so it might be good. Oh no, this was the dinosaur game. This game was like
dinosaur game.
This game was like Turok.
It's sick.
Yeah, it's like Turok, but like you're fighting people.
Turok.
No, this game,
instead of dinosaurs. They're just dinosaurs around, and then you're just like fighting people. Very weird. Fucking Project Ferocious.
Warcry Challenges looks cool.
Sure.
I
remember this
looks
game.
Like another one of
yeah, it looked alright.
Movement shooters, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, it looked alright. Conway disappearance at Dahlia View. This looked okay too.
This was like a game. It's kind of like a detective story. Almost
where
right?
you're only in like your apartment though.
This is
you're in a wheelchair.
Window.
Yeah, it didn't tell us. The trailer did not tell me how this game would play at all, which I wasn't a fan of.
You're a man in a wheelchair looking out of your apartment to try to solve a crime.
Yeah, it is Rear Window. I meant to. It
has mention of
agree with you there.
It has mention of a daughter though, so it might not just be the old guy. You might also play as a daughter and then watch things happen as the old man.
And finally, the show ended on this game called Immortality. It was this is a game made by Sam Barlow, who's the person that made like Her Story, if you remember that game.
And Silent Hill Shattered Memory.
Yes. So and Her Story, Her Story was that game that like sweeped the Game Awards that one year it came out, and I don't know, it seemed fine. I should probably play it before I pass.
So like,
it's like an FMV game, and this will probably be somewhat similar to it.
It's got Alan Scott.
Whatever.
So that's it for the Future Game Show featuring Troy Baker and Laura Bailey.
You know, Alan Scott. They had some
great quips.
No, they didn't.
It was really funny. I felt like I was right. I was right at Quahog. I felt like the Future Game Show was not that. I felt like there were more interesting things. The thing is, it was
actually fine.
The Future Game Show was fast. It only showed video games, and it showed a lot of video games.
It showed video games in the future.
Like third runner up, in my opinion, on like best conference.
Damn.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the Mythical Games conference because I'm the only one who watched it. The Mythical Games conference was a 30-minute block where they talked about Blanco's Block Party. This is the only game that Third Kind Games has made, and it is an NFT Funko Pop Fall Guys game with a level editor.
Oh, it's this game.
What?
Yeah. So you buy a character in the game to represent yourself. They look exactly like Funko Pops. They're called Blancos. And and you get an NFT for that character. That is your certificate of ownership of that character. And they want it to have a secondary market. And this is Beanie Babies in video game form. This is Funko Pops in video game form. Do you know how much money?
You are the problem.
Do you know how much money they got to make this game?
$10.
Take a guess, actually. Take a guess.
$10 million.
$3.2 billion.
$75 million.
Damn, I was close.
What the
create this
fuck?
Game. This is their first game. Never made a game before.
So this is a money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
This
is a pump and dump in a video game.
This is a pump. This is like some fucking like San Francisco fucking ghouls who come up with this idea, and they're like, all right, what do people like right now? All right, they like Funko Pops, Fall Guys, NFTs. We can monetize.
You failed to mention that he slaps a sticker on the screen that says NFT FTW.
Yeah, no, this whole thing is like, and they get like Dead Mouse on the stream to talk about it, and like they're like, you're supporting so many artists because like a portion of the NFT money goes to the artist of the Blanco that you buy, and it's like, if you want to support an artist, fucking commission them, like give them money.
They had a 20-minute keynote.
Yes. I watched this whole thing. It was terrible. I wanted to do things that I've never thought of before. Yes. This
is like evil.
Whoever allowed Third Kind Games to put this on their like show like needs to Jeff Gerstmann?
I mean Jeff Keighley, sorry. Whoops.
Jeff Keighley? Is he doesn't
is this Jeff Keighley's show? This isn't the Summer Game Pass.
This is E3.
Oh yeah.
Whoever at E3 looked at this and said, "Yeah, let's give these guys a half hour." I really wish you would reconsider. I really do.
I wish you didn't do that.
Because
this is evil.
When I say that when I say that like live service games are like a detriment to like video games as a whole, this shit is like ghoulish. This is like Demon Spawn.
Oh.
Like 15 minutes of this show were dedicated to they're like, and here's how you can give us money. We need to make this 75 million back fast, or else we're gonna have to go bankrupt.
These like interviews with these people who are, I'm assuming, are developers on the game, really just sounds like the people who were in control of the advertising for that Cooking Mama game.
No, the blockchain.
It's on the blockchain.
Also, yes, it's called Block Party because of the blockchain. Blanco's Block Party. This is like, yeah, it's nothing more than like some San Francisco startup that somehow convinced people to give them $75 million.
Why is there a random VTuber on the screen?
It was a cluster.
It's not Corona, is it?
No, it's a man. It's a steampunk man.
Oh, that's the Crypto Man.
Hey, wait, excuse me?
Hold on, post a picture of the Crypto Man.
Yeah, I need to see a picture of the Crypto Man. That guy kept
popping up, and I was like, oh, it's the Crypto Man.
His mic is so bad. It's just a live 2D model. They probably paid like $800 to $1,000 for this rig.
It's the Crypto Man.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That looks terrible. Terrible rig.
He kept popping up, and I was like, anyway, yeah, this is ghoulish. I've made it clear that this is terrible. The indie showcase, I had hopes for the indie showcase.
I see Fallen Aces here. That's another New Blood game that looks good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was like anything that like looked specifically good to me. Tunguska, The Visitation, is another stalker like.
I've heard
came out.
I've heard of this one before.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been out for almost. It's been out since the beginning of June.
This isn't a stalker. Like this is a. like
Oh, wait,
top-down
no.
isometric shooter.
Yeah, this is top-down isometric shooter. This is actually the game that has the subtitle "Made by a Stalker fan." Sorry,
This does.
Tunguska.
Oh, that's
This
funny.
looks like it was made by a Stalker fan, so you're right.
The font in this trailer is like Windows Movie Maker.
Your guns, your gears.
Look,
It
he said
looks
he's a Stalker
like
fan. Doesn't mean he has money.
It's also like blurry.
it looks cool though. I mean, like it has like inventory management, like Stalker, and like survival and fighting the people. And
The game looks okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looks all right. I just like Stalker, so
I do like the unabashed like hard on their sleeve. Yes, I like Stalker approach to the marketing, I guess.
yeah. Oh, Neko Ghost Jump. That game looked cute. It was like Mario, but it also kind of looks a little bit jank. But it's an indie game, so I can kind of forgive it.
So
Let me.
if
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
right,
this game looks okay.
yeah.
Actually, never mind. I don't like it.
So here's the thing. I'm looking more into that Nightmare Blanco's Block Party game.
Oh God, we have so much fucking E3 left.
I'm just gonna touch on this for half a second because I had to look. I had to look this up. As I'm doing that, I'm looking at more information. The
Jesus.
people who own this company are own a service called D Goods, which I was like, that name sounds familiar. And it's this like they specifically own like this fork of a blockchain that's used for other stuff. So that's where they're making all their
okay.
money.
No, I mean that
Is
doesn't
people-
surprise
is
me in the
most likely
slightest.
People trying to fork off the Banco bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can move on. Freedom Games conference. I watched this. Fucking there was a game there where you run a pet shelter called To the Rescue, a dog shelter simulator. That game looked fun. It looked cute.
Oh.
I doubt you will be able to euthanize the dogs. Even though
thank God.
even though that is part of running a dog shelter. I guess they wanted to omit that for some reason. Even though they call it a simulator. No, I'm kidding. This is not actually like a gripe I have. I just what else? Dark Deity looks pretty cool.
What was it?
This is like a Fire Emblem like game.
Professor Bopper was this YouTuber I watched. He's like mainly a Fire Emblem guy. He got early access to this game and was streaming it.
Oh, how'd it look?
I didn't watch it because I was at work.
Oh, it has the cool like Fire Emblem GBA animations and like aesthetic. So I'm about it because those are the best Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, you're probably right.
One Lonely Outpost is it's a Tabby Nickel game.
Hmm?
No, I'm kidding. It's just it's Space Harvest Moon. It's futuristic Harvest Moon. No, there was one game that I said was a Tabby game, and somebody was like, "You can't say that."
I don't remember what game it was.
Neither do I. That's whatever.
So we'll never know.
Oh,
Yeah,
We'll never know what the Tabby game was.
Unfortunately.
You what?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. After that was limited run games. You guys know a lot more about limited run games than I do. This is all like stuff. So limited run games, they just release physical media. Like they release games on consoles.
Yeah, they make physical copies of stuff like indie games and stuff, but they seem to be branching out into like straight up publishing because they're funding a River City Girls 2, Made by Way Forward,
and a English version of River City Girls 0.
As well as we're getting a physical release of the first Way Forward River City Girls. This is a lot of like physical release stuff. So it's technically nothing like huge, but despite that, I was into this.
I will say there is something that there's two things one of the things people were talking about, one thing people weren't talking about that, in my opinion, is huge. So they announced a physical version of the Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night collection that's on PlayStation.
Yeah, the one for PS4.
And then they also
nice.
just kind of threw in on their Twitter account that they're making new copies of Rondo of Blood for the PC engine.
No, they announced that at the stream.
Oh,
They did announce that at the
but
stream.
nobody was really talking
They announced
about
at the stream, yeah.
And that's kind of gigantic.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
cool.
that's a really big, like literally Rondo of Blood is a very, very expensive game, even in and it was only released in Japan. So this is getting an official English release, as official as they get, because they got the licensing from Konami, who not only owns Rondo of Blood, but since they own Hudson Soft IPs now, they also own TurboGrafx shit. So this is all official as you can get.
Yeah.
This will probably be expensive.
I am going to attempt to buy it.
They released every Shantae game on PS5.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool.
Also,
it's good to have
Tabby,
like
they do. Sorry, but they do. They Limited Run has been doing open pre-orders for their physical stuff for a while now, so you should be able to get it fine.
Yeah, I just
there hasn't been like a scarcity thing.
Waiting for them to do so.
Blood Rain Betrayal, Fresh Bites. That is something that's like that's like new, right?
No, it's a PS3 game. It was a PS3. It was like a PSN game
because it looks
from
cool.
like 2010. No comment. I've never played a Blood Rain game.
Kids love.
It just looks cool. It looks cool as like a 2D action game. Like it looks very stylish.
It's a weird, it's a deep cut. I feel like who the fuck was asking for this?
Can we?
It's cool.
Getting like PSN games or like getting like digital release only games on physical media is fucking awesome. Especially
with the scare.
Yeah.
That we got last what was it, a few months ago. Yeah, the more digital only games we can get on physical, the better. What else before we talk about the thing? Dusk getting a physical release, that's cool.
We've known about that forever.
Dusk is a good game. Yeah, but it's nice to hear about more.
Ruby Grim Eclipse physical release.
One Step from Eden. You like that game, right, Tabby?
I do. I need to play more of it though, because I haven't actually beaten it.
Yeah. We'll wait for the physical release.
I already own the game.
Okay. Oh, Contra Anniversary Collection physical release. That's really cool. I like Contra. I didn't have Neo Contra though.
What's funny about this Anniversary Collection is it says like 10 Contra games, but
the Japanese releases and the English releases.
Yeah, and they count them as separate games. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, dude, I can play Contra 1 or Contra 1 Japan.
At least
or Probotector.
At least
so much choice.
The Castlevania collection is like it's new games. Kid Dracula.
What's funny about that one though is they revealed half of the roster. And it was all really cool games, so people and stuff like the Adventure 2 only, and people were just like, oh, so they're gonna really do deep cuts for this. And then they revealed the rest of them. It's like Simon's Quest, Castlevania: The Adventure 1, the worst game ever made, or it's just a lot of underwhelming shit. Where it's like, why even bother hiding these? But whatever.
Yeah. Also, Going Under physical release is really cool. That game's pretty.
Yes.
That game's nifty. I would describe that game as nifty.
I would use.
What is this? All right, I didn't want to bring this up. What is this bit? What is this bit you're doing?
What? I'm just.
Where you're like, I would describe this game as adjective.
Well, is he describing it as that word?
This
is nifty, insipid.
You can't forget what was the one?
Yeah, what was the second one? I don't remember the second one.
I can't remember the second one. I don't know. I'm feeling like having colorful language today. That's all there is to it.
Fair enough.
And then the big thing that I want Tabby to talk about from this.
Yeah, Tabby seems to want
I
to
don't
talk
know
about
shit about this.
I've literally known about this game for 10 plus years. It's
since the AVGN review.
No, actually before that, yeah. This is
Visual novel dating
this
sim.
is
Okay.
Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. This is a 3D Philips 3DO Philips 3DO FMV game that was like a dating sim.
It was not a dating sim. It was like a choose your own adventure.
It was a dating sim. You had to play the role to get these two characters to fuck. And
I think his name's John, the main character, the plumber, if you will.
And it is hilariously bad. Like, people talk about this. Like, I know beating a dead horse here, but it's the room of video games, if that makes sense. Even though this is basically just a movie, like it's very.
It's a movie is a generous word for this game. It's a collection of screenshots with voice acting.
But it is it's something special that I think you have to play if you really want to get understand it at its full level. Because it's more batshit than you think it is, even from reviews of it and whatnot.
I want to know. I want them to explain the story of how they got the rights to make this.
It's simple.
I want
hey, guy who owns the game, we want to pay you a good chunk of change, and you're probably not doing much. You want us to let us print this game?
Yeah, it's something like that. But have a little imagination. The Night Dive got the System Shock IP from a fucking dentist. I want to know who owns Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
I hope it was a plumber.
Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is
named Mario.
I hope it's like a kindergarten teacher who inherited it from their dad's will. That's my soul read of who owned Plumbers Don't Wear Ties and gave the rights to Limited Run to do this. Who's Michael Anderson?
Michelangelo.
The guy who made it? Okay.
Oh, I thought they bought the IP. Regardless, is that all we have to say about Capcom?
Yeah, talk about rake Capcom over the coals for us for a bit.
Hey, Capcom also did not need to have a conference this year. I'm just gonna say it right now.
It was literally.
Oh, what a brave stance, Null.
Capcom, what the fuck were you doing?
Capcom somehow managed to take worst show away from Square Enix.
Yeah, because
Impressive.
Capcom was it was nothing about RE8. It was literally, please play our new multiplayer mode that's coming out soon. Also, we're making a third DLC.
We just started making a new DLC.
Monster Hunter Stories 2. We're talking about this at Nintendo later today. So why are you here?
2 trailers and a Treehouse presentation.
Monster Hunter Rise.
We got a lot of stuff for stories.
We're talking about this in Nintendo. Why are you here? The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
They didn't, but
we're
spoiling the game.
We're spoiling the game. Every Ace Attorney fan knows what this game's about. You don't need to sell it to them. You can just let the Ace Attorney fans tell everybody else, no, I swear to you, this is a good one.
I was groaning so hard when they're talking about how and you can, if you buy Stories 2, you get these cosmetics for Rise, and if you buy Rise, you get these cosmetics for Wings of Ruin. I'm like, please stop.
Buy our game.
Oh, and finally, they saved the best for last, Tabby, didn't they?
Oh god, I forgot about this till you fucking brought it up.
I'm not gonna let anyone forget.
So they ended it with a note from their esports division, and they had Vicious and Rob TV on mic for this.
I have no idea who those people are.
Vicious is a longtime Street Fighter commentator. Rob TV is newer on the commentary scene, but has been a notable player for a while. New York player.
Are they whack-ass Urian players?
Please don't bring up Low Tier God on this podcast. I'm very serious about that.
I'm sorry.
And they literally just said,
just completely ruined it.
Please just watch the Capcom Pro Tour. We spend a lot of money flying these people out. Please watch the Capcom Pro Tour. I beg you. And oh yeah, please play in the Intel events that have been ruined by everybody manipulating their IPs and packet loss, enforcing packet loss even on land connections.
I hear that's based.
Going, Your Honor, my opponent won the set 2-0, but he didn't pick the tracksuit costume.
It's what I would. It's a move that I would describe as grimy. Yeah.
This is like.
Yeah, I'm a Grimes fan.
There was no need. Like, you can't. Capcom, look at me. I'm right here. I'm talking to you directly, Capcom. You could have just teased like Oro a bit more. Just show us like one new animation for Oro. And
I wouldn't mind if Capcom took all of the time they got for this conference and ran an 8-person best of 1 tournament and just showed it.
They should have just played Third Strike for 30 minutes. That would have been a better use of my time.
Yeah, imagine if they just like were running all the Third Strike clips. Be sick.
All right, that's Capcom.
Yeah,
a terrible show. I can't believe I expected something from them.
I expected nothing.
They've been on such a good like roll recently with like putting out actual good things. It's just like you kind of.
And I mean, like they're still like the games are good.
And
it's just we all knew about these games, so why present? Ugh, such a waste.
It may have been. We booked this a year out. And then all of our games got
maybe. Well, no, because E3 was like announced like months ago.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Let's move over to your wheelhouse tech.
So, all right. So strap in, folks.
The beginning of it.
What do you know about Ganondorf?
We've got. We will. Hang on. I need to set the stage for all the folks at home. The Capcom show has just happened. It is the worst show of E3 so far. It has been bad. This E3 is one of is bottom 5 E3s. It is really bad. Everyone else is showing everything except for Nintendo. And it's like Nintendo needs to show like a cool Smash character and Shin Megami Tensei 5.
And we already knew one of those was happening.
And we already knew one of those was happening. Like, that would have just been like, all right, they have the best show, I guess. And then I get worried, like, what if it's shit? What if it's like actually going to be shit? What if we get Amiibo Festival 2? What if we get Oh God, I was stressed. I was getting cold feet. What if they don't show Shin Megami Tensei 5 for some fucking reason? And then the show starts. Tabby, tell us about the first thing they let off
Fade
with.
to black. You see Ganondorf, unconscious, presumably dead, being carried on a mountaintop.
In Miami.
I saw this, and in my brain I went, "It's Heihachi."
Yeah, you called it.
I called Heihachi because I forgot about the Mii costume, and then they toss him down, and it's Kazuya, which is also like good choice.
And a Shoto.
So it's this podcast has passed 3 hours or will pass 3 hours, and I know that I said I was going to dredge this argument up on the podcast, but I decided no, we're not going to argue whether or not Kazuya Mishima is a Shoto. I want Tabby to explain to me why he's evil.
Oh, why? Because
he is evil, right? He looks pretty evil.
Technically. Well, okay, so
anti-hero.
The Mishimas are all very gray, except for Heihachi. Heihachi is a villain.
Yes, he's very clearly a bad man who throws his kids off cliffs.
This is specifically his Tekken 7 version, so I'm going to use whatever the current story of T7. From what I'm aware of, I'm not an expert on Tekken lore, but basically, Kazuya is in control of the Mishima Corporation, and
excellent.
And Heihachi has come back to fight Kazuya to regain control of it. Kazuya hates Heihachi because Heihachi is a shitty father and threw him into a volcano as a child.
Yeah.
This is something
Goodbye, Volcano High.
This is something that all Mishimas do to their kids. It's just tradition at this point.
Mhm.
They use Mishima style karate. Kazuya's really like he's like a medium, like he's a bad guy if you're Jin from
He's
Tekken
only as
3.
evil as Jin is.
No, he's only as. It depends on who's in the room, because if it's Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi in the room, there's like different varying levels of evil depending on what person is there. But if it's like just Jin and Kazuya, Kazuya's a bad guy. If it's Kazuya and Heihachi, then it's Heihachi's the bad guy. If it's Jin and Heihachi, then Jin is technically the bad guy.
What?
It's
What is this weird like rock paper scissors of evil?
well, because Jin is the grandson of Heihachi, and he also
okay, so he's Kazuya's kid.
he's Kazuya's kid,
He, like-
but he's
Or is he,
also
like-
maintained a more
Didn't
powerful
Jin like
version.
sell the company away or some shit?
I don't know that, but Jin has maintained a more powerful version of the devil gene, which Heihachi does not have, but their mother Kasumi does. And it's this whole
Oh, so Heihachi was doing some eugenic shit.
yes.
Okay. Well, shit. The character looked cool enough. I mean, it wasn't for me personally. It wasn't like a fucking shit my pants badass, but it was pretty cool, and I did like the trailer. And Sakurai's gonna present more of them later this month.
I just want to know if he's gonna have electrics.
He does. It's already confirmed.
He didn't. Did we not see electric wind god fist or something?
They have a
I
clip
don't
of
know.
him literally wave dashing and doing PEWGF.
Okay.
Wave dashing's back, boys.
I'm very
Yeah.
you have no idea how happy it makes me to see a character move like that in this game. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait till Smash players get their hands on him, or after that conference, when Sakurai goes, now you have to do forward, neutral, down, down, forward, and the B button at the exact same frame, or else you won't get the perfect electric wind god fist.
He'll make it more lenient. He did the same thing with Ryu, and when he added him to Smash, like the inputs are
Ryu doesn't have anything
pretty forgiving.
No, but Ryu doesn't have anything frame perfect, and except for like Street Fighter 2 reversals.
I doubt it'll be frame perfect. There are very few frame perfect. There's nothing that's frame perfect in Smash.
But imagine if it was.
I don't think it would be.
Smash Ultimate's got some pretty nutty input lag considering everything. It's not Street Fighter 5 bad, but it's there. Sakurai would be insane to put frame perfect stuff in that game, especially with the online.
I think it'd be really funny if they put Geese in the game and then had pretzel motions.
Unfortunately, Geese missed. He fell off of his tower trying to grab his Smash invitation. So I think Geese is down for the count. Unless we're talking about the goose from Untitled Goose Game.
Just think of the Untitled Goose Game, just soy sauce for Geese playing over it.
Very good. All right. So is that all we have to say about Kazuya? His trailer was really funny. I just want to make that clear.
Two small things to say. One, I hope the Infinite Azure music is in Smash Ultimate, because that song's a banger. Two, I can't wait to have a single Smashbox player pick up this character and start winning, because they're the only one who can actually like properly do these inputs.
I don't know if the Ultimate scene has the same stigma towards box players
Smash
that Melee
player
does,
that I've
but
ever talked to has stigma towards box players, except for the ones that also play fighting games.
Damn, I saw Frame 1 beefing. I saw Steven.
Yeah, there was some Frame 1 beef today. We won't talk about it because it's gaming news and not E3, but
shit.
Also it's a conflict of interest, I think.
Yes.
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm with Steven Frame 100%. I don't care who he's against.
Yeah, same. I mean, like, fuck it. What? I don't give a fuck. Let them use fucking boxes. I don't care if it's better. Have you seen how hard it is to play those fucking things?
Wasn't the thing that the person was like running an event and they had their own box that they were allowing, but they were banning his, and they were like competitors?
I don't want to get into this because I'm not. I don't know exactly.
Regardless.
Maybe.
Life is Strange.
Yeah, so they showed Life is Strange and fucking Guardians of the Galaxy like back to back again. And at this point, oh no, we are in hell. This direct is gonna suck. It's gonna be bad. And then they showed some other stuff. They showed some game that looked like Vanillaware, but not as good. 2 Point Campus again.
But
gamers, it wasn't looking hot. it was looking like Tekken was gonna be the premier thing, and then they showed off a new monkey ball.
I was gonna say a beacon of shining light. Nick Robinson comes on the stage.
Yeah, problematic fave Nick Robinson presents to us the Super Monkey Ball game that he's been teasing for a year. It's a remaster of the first 3 games, which are the only good ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is exciting. I'm looking forward to getting it.
Yeah, it's a shame all the PlayStation.
PS5.
It's a shame all the PlayStation 2 monkey balls aren't that good.
Yeah. Wait, did you not get Deluxe? Is Deluxe not
Deluxe
on the PS2?
I don't think so.
No, Deluxe is on PS2.
Oh,
Deluxe
is it?
is on PS2, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll do that
Whatever.
next.
You have to play Adventure though, which is ooh, mama. Anyway,
Mario Party. We finally
that was cool. Yeah,
good Mario Party game on the Switch.
It's kind of like Monkey Ball again, where they're they're using like 100 plus mini games from like good mini games from the old games and like boards from the N64 games. I saw a lot of Mario Party 3 stuff, which Mario Party 3 is my favorite of the first 3 Mario Parties. I don't really see it talked as much compared to 2, so I was happy to see so much representation of it. This looks like the first good Mario Party game and for fucking ever. There were no red flags.
Online.
It has online. Holy shit.
If you were to place an adjective on Mario Party Superstars, what would it be, Tech?
I'd say relief. Relief that that Mario Party might be good again. I will say one complaint. The UI looks very simple and basic, and I hate it. It's to say the meme I hate, soulless.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
just call it insipid, dude. It's fine.
It's as an old friend once said, it looked insipid, to say the least. So all of a sudden, this direct is good again because the Monkey Ball game looked good. And this Mario Party game looked good, and then
turns out when you just bust out first parties, it's just like
for the record, the Mario Party game is coming out in October 20th, and the Monkey Ball game is coming out October 5th. So like these are soon, these are coming soon, and then I think Yoshiaki Koizumi showed up. He's usually the one that gives us bad news about Metroid Prime. So he showed up and was like, we're working hard on Metroid Prime. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, sorry for the wait. In the meantime, here's another Metroid game. And I'm like, oh shit. It's that Metroid game that's been rumored by Mercury Steam. There's been a rumor that they've been remaking Super Metroid. And I was worried because Samus Returns is pretty good. And if they remade Super, this would be like the Demon Souls remake, but like times 10 because Super is my favorite video game ever. But
now before you get into this too much, I would just like to say, for the record, I was in a call with Tech, and he would not stop screaming for the rest of the press conference. Now continue.
This, my friends, is why I win E3 because it cuts from black, and Samus is in like this completely new suit in this new environment. So I'm like, oh fuck, this is a new game, but it's in like 3D and stuff, and it's like Metroid, and like, oh fuck, new Metroid game 5, and I fucking flip my shit because we're finally getting a sequel to Fusion, because they don't put numbers on the Metroid games unless they're like a big fucking deal and are taking place like concurrent from each other. So like already I'm losing my shit, and then like Samus like suit, I'm like, this looks a little weird. But whatever. I'm still like fucking freaking out because it's Metroid 5 and this fucking weird ass robot shows up. This thing looks fucking cool as hell.
What's it called? Ellie or something?
It's called like the Emmy, EMMI. Yeah. And it's like Samus tries shooting it. It doesn't do shit. And this is all CG trailer, and I'm still a little apprehensive about it. Because like the CG. I don't know why it looked kind of limp, but whatever. She starts running away, and it cuts straight to gameplay, and it's very clearly Mercury Steam, but it's running at 60. So I'm like, oh fuck. And she's like getting chased by this thing. Like, yeah, it's at 60, which is insane. Because Samus was at 30. Samus Returns. And she's getting chased. So it's like the SAX. So we're following up on Fusion. And the game mechanics that were in play there, except obviously it's more involved. And she gets caught, and it cuts away right before she dies. And it's like Metroid. It's like, all right, new Metroid game, Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread. Listeners of the podcast, was I not just talking about Metroid Dread like 2 months ago?
Yes.
I was screaming because Metroid Dread was...
It was leaked in 2005.
2005. And like, we weren't even sure this was real. We weren't sure, like this could have just been some bullshit, but no, it was real. Sakamoto had Yoshio Sakamoto, the producer of this game and other Metroid classics, was talking about how, like, yeah, we've been trying to make this game. We tried to make this game a couple of times, but it never really worked out. But now we're finally doing it. And they start showing a fuck ton of gameplay of this. And it, like, the more I see of it, the more I'm impressed. I was pretty much won over by the time the Treehouse came around, because I think Mercury Steam might be able to pull this off. And
the only like gripe that I've heard with this from Metroid fans is that the area design is kind of like samey.
It looks a little sterile for my tastes.
Well,
I'm confident. I'm gonna say I'm confident and say that there will be more varied environments later on. At least I hope so.
Super Metroid fan wants more varied environments. Entitled much?
Is that supposed to be like Super Metroid doesn't have varied environments?
No, that's supposed to be Super Metroid has a lot of varied environments.
Yes. Okay. Good. That's
why I was saying entitled much.
Yeah, entitled much. I want a game that looks good. Like even Fusion has varied environments.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's too much to ask. That said, like this game is coming out October 8th. It's coming out 3 days after Monkey Ball. Oh my god. It's coming out in like a couple of months.
Your wallet's
blown away that this is coming out so soon.
Think about it, Tech.
Yeah.
You'll be able to play it on the OLED.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking I pre-ordered the special edition. I'm so in. This is my game. This is my game of the show for sure.
I can't wait to not hear from Tech for the next like week and a half after this game comes out.
It's a Metroid game, so I'll probably beat it in a day.
No, you don't understand. You're gonna play it like 8 times.
Wait, do you have a game capture, Tech?
Yeah.
You should stream it when you get it.
I don't really like streaming games. I don't like streaming first impressions.
You should stream it. You should stream it to the Discord. Oh, you want to be alone? Okay, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta be alone. I gotta be alone with her for a bit, you know.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, this was so cool. This was so great. Like, if they want to keep delaying Metroid Prime and keep fucking pulling this shit, be my guest. Oh, fuck. So then they show off Just Dance.
It was
That's
like
coming out November
the
4th.
biggest like.
It's like, all right, we gotta come down a bit. We
got a couple games where it's like, after that.
The Cruise and Blast game looked all right. I like Cruise in USA. I had that on the N64. Mario Golf continues to look pretty cool.
Well, you skipped over an important release.
There's a reason you skipped
don't
over
care.
it.
Don't care about DBZ Kakarot. It probably runs like shit on the
I was hoping
on the
you
Switch.
wouldn't say
Now my shit came up after that. WarioWare, get it together?
Oh, that's my shit too, dude.
That's my shit, dog. I fucking love WarioWare. I'm very excited to play this on my roommate's Switch.
I was so excited. Yes, and I was worried watching this because I thought this was I thought like the gimmick was that you use like the gyroscope or something, but no, it's the gimmick is that you play as the different WarioWare characters, and they interact differently with the micro games. And I'm on board with that.
The gimmick is we've made.
I like that.
I was working during this fucking Nintendo conference. I was working, and it was very, very dead all day before the Nintendo Direct, and then it got really busy during the Nintendo Direct. It
was all the people calling to pre-order Metroid Dread.
And then after, I do not work in a retail setting, just to clarify for the audience. And then afterwards, after the Nintendo Direct was over, it got very dead again. It was like God had smitten me, had smote me, had smited me.
Yeah. But this Wario, after I found out that this isn't like some motion controls shit, I was immediately on board. Yeah. And this comes up September 10th.
Super dope. I want to play this game with friends.
I hope it's online. I hope it has some sort of online because it has co-op. Maybe we could play it together.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I didn't see anything about online though, so we fucking know what company we're dealing with here.
It's fine. We get together on like a bi-yearly basis or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. So.
And next was Shin Megami Tensei 5.
World premiere.
Tabby, do you have anything to say about this?
She's very cute.
About Shin Megami Tensei 5?
Pretty sure it's a boy.
I know.
Besides wanting to fuck the main character.
It looks
pretty.
This
is SMT.
This game looks fucking great.
Yeah,
I want to fuck the main character. Fuck.
Yeah, we all want to fuck the main character. He's very pretty.
It's gonna be good.
I love the Atlas. I love that they show off like this twink boy in the first trailer from last year, and then you see like him like join hands with this like Giga Chad dude. So you're just like, all right, well let's see what they turn into, and they just get like really pretty long hair. and like a mecha suit and a lightsaber. This shit looks fucking dope as hell.
It looks super cool.
Did you see the animation comparisons to Digital Devil Saga?
No, I didn't.
So the demon summon.
Are they using animations from DDS?
The demon summoning animations are very similar. A lot of the fucking attack animations are similar. Like I'll have to find the. Yeah.
Yeah. Send me a link for that, because I'm going through DDS right now.
Just check my Twitter account.
Okay, like anyone can find it.
Yeah, all right,
that was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
So, one thing I really thought was funny was that like Atlas felt the need to like explain what Shin Megami Tensei was.
It's funny because there's a Japanese trailer that shows a lot more of the game off. There's probably a better trailer for like fans of SMT, but like
fuse monsters exploit their weaknesses. It's like
this is Shin Megami Tensei. They need to sell this to the normie Nintendo fans.
I literally searched up Digital Devil Saga. It's Digital Devil Saga 2. That was my bad.
Okay. I haven't seen Digital. I haven't played DDS 2 yet.
They used some very similar images.
Oh, that's cool.
DDS I think is actually a acronym in RuneScape for the Dragon Dagger Special Poison.
So shouldn't it be DDSP?
I just thought that was interesting. Well, it's just a shortness, you know.
Yeah. I mean, what this game is coming out November 12th, like a week before Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Remix. This game is completely cum dumpstered Pokemon. Your demons follow you. It looks 10 times fucking better than Pokemon ever will.
Not the only thing that's cum dumpstered, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother, up top.
After Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, all right, that's all I have to say about this.
They unleashed hell on the Nintendo Switch.
After
hang on, I know what you're
Shin
doing.
Megami Tensei, my shit came up. That's
no, you both are setting up the same punchline.
Listen, Danganronpa on Switch, it's kind of scary.
What's scary though?
Can you
Danganronpa fans, New
Switch
Danganronpa
fans?
fans?
I'm scared of what Danganronpa Switch fans look like.
Wait.
I'm with no. This is
But
hell.
I'm a Danganronpa fan, and I'm new.
Listen,
But
you've
I'm not
been
14.
you've been playing Danganronpa since like maybe like
Since
last
Slow
year,
Beef.
Yeah, last year.
right?
Yeah.
So you're like at least tiny bit grizzled. These are like fresh Switch users playing Danganronpa for the first time and
They
engaging with the
just
fan
finished Doki Doki Literature Club and they want
And-
something else.
and engaging
And they
with the fan
need that
base
hit.
of Danganronpa. To let the audience know, not when I'm like circle jerking. Danganronpa Decadence was revealed.
It's all 3 Danganronpa games and the new game, which is like a beach episode.
It's a beach
like,
episode JRPG
spin-off.
That you can also just
Yeah.
It's a spin-off.
because they know.
God.
This
fucking-
seems like it's pretty cool if you wanted to get into the series. We were joking while we were watching this live because Nintendo of Japan said that you couldn't rebroadcast the stream. We were joking, and then quickly turned into genuine speculation that the reason Nintendo Japan wasn't letting people restream this was because they showed Danganronpa.
Well,
Yeah,
because that's Spike Chunsoft shit.
I think
Spike
it's that and
Chunsoft is like
Atlas.
notorious for.
I think because Atlas doesn't want.
Yeah,
people,
Atlas
like,
also
streaming
does
any of
that.
their shit.
Well, the
Remember when
partner
Atlas said
showcase
you
was
couldn't
allowed
stream
to be.
Nocturne?
Yeah, that could be it too.
Please do not stream
Oh,
our
boy.
20-year-old PS2 game. Thank you.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, even though the memes have been made about the spoilers for the game for years. But yeah, the Fatal Frame Wii U game is getting ported to Switch and
Everywhere else.
pretty much every other console. Very
Don't-
nice that game is free.
No, well, it costs money. It's free from the Wii U.
Free from the Wii U,
Yep.
from the Wii U's clutches. Bunch of Switch ports that I don't care about. Mario Rabbids again, cool. All right, so we're probably gonna have some stuff to say about this game, and then we'll jump into the Zoldo. Now, this is pretty exciting for a couple of reasons. The Advance Wars 1 and 2 are being remade for the Switch. Now, Null,
Fire Emblem
I-
fans stay losing.
you Null was not a fan of the aesthetic of this game or like
So,
the graphics.
The art is made by this, and it's specifically the character art that I'm talking about. It's made by the same people that made the original Advance Wars art, right?
No, it's actually they revealed that this is being co-developed with Way Forward.
Oh,
So this
it's
is Way Forward art.
So I was like looking at comparisons of like the art. Well, I wasn't looking at comparisons. I was comparing them myself. And my biggest gripe is that like from what we've seen, there's like no shading on these characters at all, basically. Or like it.
The models, right? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
no,
saying?
not the models, the character portraits.
Oh, so you only have a complaint about the portraits.
Yeah, I think the character models look fine. I don't expect them to like make pixel games, but yeah, I was talking about the
Okay.
portraits. Like I felt like there's just something missing from the portraits. I don't know how to describe it. They're just like less shaded, and it feels like wrong.
The only thing that bugs me about the portraits is like the way they like move around a bit.
Mhm.
That looks a little strange, but personally, I like the character.
Yeah,
I
it
think it
was-
looks pretty cute.
It was also that they like how they move around and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
but I'm
I
really like this is not me. Like this is not going to stop me from playing this.
yeah, this is really exciting. This is if anything, this is like made me think that like Nintendo has Nintendo just has so many franchises that they can just like revive and people will just lose their shit.
Yeah,
Like Advance Wars, the last Advance Wars game was Days of Ruin
Yeah.
on like the DS
Oh, God.
over 10 years ago. And I the fact that they brought this back, it's being co-developed with Intelligent Systems and Way Forward. I think it's looking up. F-Zero fans, I know Captain Falcon died in the Mishima trailer, but who knows, man? If Advance Wars can come back, if Metroid Dread can come back, I think we could see a new F-Zero.
come to being.
hang in there. I know you've literally waited the longest out of any of these three. But and this is coming out December 3rd. This is coming out this year. And it's the first 2 games, and it'll have it has online play up to 4 players, which is cool. Fuck. Okay. Zoldo. They showed some Age of Calamity DLC, whatever. Skyward Sword HD, whatever.
That's not whatever. That's pretty cool.
Skyward Sword, yeah. I mean, well, I don't care, but
it's just cool to be on Switch. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. It is cool that more people will be able to play this game.
Tech buys a trinket for $50.
Yeah, Tech puts on his clown makeup. It's the Game & Watch. It comes. It's a Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. It's like the Mario one they made last year. It has Zelda, Link's Awakening, or Zelda 1, Link's Awakening, and best of all, it has Zelda 2. So I have to buy it.
Yeah, I watched this in real time as Tech was like, "Oh my god, if this has Zelda 2, I have to buy it." And then it showed Zelda 2 on the screen. He's like, "Oh my god, fuck! I have to buy it."
I've cooled down. If I see it in a store, I'll buy it, but I won't go out of my way to get it.
Okay,
it's for the best.
I was gonna say, because this is legitimately a toy.
Yeah, this is not, especially like $50 is pretty steep for
3 NES
for 3 ROMs.
Games.
You understand. You get a clock with it.
Yeah, it's got a clock. I need one of those. It has a timer mini game for Zelda 2.
Yeah.
You don't understand though.
Oh yeah, there was a Game & Watch Zelda game in it too, right?
Yeah. It's a reskin of what the Vermin, I think is what it is. It's the one where Game & Watch has the 2 hammers.
Yeah, the 2 hammers. And unfortunately, that was it for the Nintendo.
Yeah,
E3.
that was they really didn't. They really could have shown some more stuff, but yeah, that was it. They ended on a really low note. They just showed new Breath of the Wild 2 stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of alright.
Not that much, honestly, but what was shown was pretty exciting. I like the floating islands thing that they seem to be going with.
I like Link's long hair.
Yeah, Link's got long hair, and he's got like a weird like robot arm.
Yeah,
thing going
Nintendo is just fully embracing like Twink Link with this game.
Yeah, I hope you get to put them in pretty little costumes.
Because we already got Twink Link
so.
with Breath of the Wild. It's like Breath of the Wild to the Twinkening.
An absolute renaissance of Link, of Twink Link in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, the Twinkening.
Hopefully, like SMT5, they double down.
They double down. Like just have like a measuring contest to see who can have the longest hair in their flagship series.
What little we saw was still pretty cool though, because we got like bokoblins on stone taluses, which is new. Link seems to be like fucking falling from the sky. So play Skyward Sword, everyone. That's your hint to play Skyward Sword.
I saw some stuff where he was like sucking himself through like a fucking like ceiling, and I was like,
that shit looked cool as fuck.
If they're doing stuff like that, then maybe Breath of the Wild 2 will like fix some of the problems I have with the puzzles in Breath of the Wild.
It seemed to have some sort of interaction with like water, because it showed like a puddle being sucked up, and and then like he goes through the wall or the ceiling of like a terrain. It looked really fucking cool though.
Because my biggest problem with Breath of the Wild's dungeons is, one, like the homogeneity, and like two, like just the lack of toys, right? I feel like Legend of Zelda is about having toys, like just stuff to play with, you know? And I didn't get that, and I was an angry baby.
I liked the flamethrower too. That looked pretty cool.
No, this is very cool. Honestly, not as hype as some of the other trailers that were here.
No, not really, because there just wasn't too much, and it's one of the only games at this direct that's 2022 without a date, and I'm not so sure it'll make that.
Also, I just want to note, in my mind, I was like, when I saw Ganondorf, because here's the thing, we kind of already knew Breath of the Wild 2 was going to be there. I had a good feeling that it was going to be there. But
I was pretty confident.
The second the smash cut comes up, the first character we see being thrown off the cliff is Ganondorf. I'm like, okay, Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be at the end of this conference.
They did that on purpose for sure.
100%. Really funny. He's like throwing Kirby off the cliff. Is very funny.
yeah. The fucking Min one where like her arm is like hanging on still. He has to like kick it off. These Smash trailers are so funny.
Yeah, they're very good.
They're really labors of love. It's great. And like,
and then after
this was a fucking killer direct. Nintendo exceeded expectations. They fucking smashed it. This is one of the best directs in years, even.
I want to say E3 this year, Nintendo won, then Microsoft, and then Future Game Show. That's the top three.
Those are your top three.
Eyes.
Okay.
Man, fucked up the Future Game Show was that good.
Like I said,
more like Future Game Show was not that bad.
Like I said, we were the whole E3 show was inundated with things that weren't video games. They were like people doing like skits where they think they're funny and they're not. And I just like want to see I want to see what you have to show me and just like let it go. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say something similar to you, except I'm gonna give the third place to Summer Games Kickoff.
Right.
That's not E3.
No, that's E3.
It's E3. We're counting it. It's in the recap.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not counting it. Well, it says at the bottom we're not associated with E3 or Summer Games Fest. Separate entities. Anyway, I'm just not counting that as part of it. Like, obviously, Jeff Keighley's going to put on a good show. So, you know.
All right. Well, I will count it. just so I don't have to put Microsoft in my top three.
Wait. What's your top three then?
All right, then. Number one is Nintendo, obviously. Number two is the Summer Game Kickoff, because Death Stranding and Elden Ring were cool. We're just that good. Metal Slug Tactics look cool too. And I'm giving third place to Limited Run.
Limited Run. Yeah, Limited Run was cool, but it was. I mean, you know. It wasn't like new stuff, so I wasn't like as interested.
It mostly wasn't. They had some games though, but they had shit I cared about.
Yeah, that's right. But we can't forget, after all of this, we got the Razer show where they showed off their new Razer Blade.
No.
I'm going home.
We have to talk about Bandai Namco.
Thank you all for.
We have to talk about Bandai Namco first, because I just want to point and laugh at them. Why the fuck did you have a show?
No, Tabby, I'm going to point and laugh at you because you wasted your time watching that show after I told you not to.
I'll have you know, I wasted a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds.
The Bamco show was just one game, right?
It was House of Ashes, that the game by the Until Dawn devs, Supermassive.
Oh, was it good?
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's spoilers for a story-driven game.
Yeah, like really though.
Yeah, so the new Razer Blade is more interesting than that. It's the first one with an AMD card.
Okay, what about the
they showed the Razer mask, right?
The RGB mask.
Yeah, I think so.
The gamer mask?
I watched like half of that conference. I looked at my hands like and I was just like, what am I doing? Because it was just on, right? It was just on. That's all there was to it. And I'm just watching it. I'm like, I don't care.
What have I become? My empire of dirt.
Yeah.
I will let you down.
So, YouTube Music Bot, don't copyright that.
Yeah, this is satire.
I know. I sounded so on point, right?
I just want to mention that we covered like 5 times the content in like a very similar amount of time to last week's episode.
Well, we spent a lot less time on the past.
We went.
Yeah, we kind of we
also went in with a plan.
Yeah, we won't have a plan next E3.
You know us. We won't be a podcast next
You
E3.
don't know that.
You think so? Maybe.
I bet $20 on it.
It depends on if I get admitted into college, if they accept me.
As I said, I will continue the show without
going to the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Fuck is that?
It's the fictional college from the 2006 comedy coming of age film Accepted, starring Justin Long and
sorry, I'm too busy going to the Eve
Jonah Hill.
I'm too busy going to the Eve Academy from E3 2021,
Tech, I've been
which we didn't talk about
since we're now post E3. Why do you just have a can of Spam?
All right, so I went to the store. The other day, and I bought a can of Spam.
And it's just you haven't ate it yet.
My stomach's actually growling.
Gimme.
I just never brought it downstairs.
So
because I bring my groceries. I go to work. And there's a grocery store right down the street, so I buy some stuff at the grocery store and I put it in my backpack, and when I come home I just leave it in my backpack and I forget to take it out.
Fair.
Until
when me and my cousin were younger, we would get cans of Spam and we'd just like take spoons and eat it out of the can. Like,
I've considered that at some points, and I was like, you know what, that probably wouldn't be too bad.
It's not bad.
It's probably
But
not bad.
There was something that
Conceptual-
stops me from doing it.
Conceptually, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There is something conceptually, like, there is a barrier there in my mind that won't let me.
Listen, you just need to eat the pink meat.
Well, it's pre-cooked, so, like, whatever.
I know, it's just pink. It's like the like thing with, like, McDonald's chicken nuggets being made of pink slime.
I know the thing about McDonald's chicken nuggets being made of Ronnie Filia.
Oh,
what the fuck is that?
One last thing.
Our commenter will get it.
One last thing for Nintendo. They showed off No More Heroes 3.
This is not going in, Tabby.
What?
we have long faded out at this point. I'm sorry.
I can stop
you should have
recording.
said this earlier.
I didn't see
you
it.
can stop recording.
Okay, I'm stopping recording.